Hello! Hi, everyone! Welcome. I wanted to say welcome so much. Welcome so much. Welcome so much for being here. Thank you. We are super excited to put on this show for you today. It is some of our, I'm not going to name names, but it's some of our first time playing Pathfinder, so it's even more exciting to be checking out this game for the first time. And yeah, if it's new for all of you, I hope that you find a new joy for a new system. But welcome on in. Let's first introduce ourselves because we have some incredible cast members joining us today. Chanslin, do you wanna go first? Yeah. Introduce who you are, where people can find you, what you're all about.
Yeah, my name is Chance or Chanslin. You can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet with the same username, Chanslin. My pronouns are she, they, and I don't know. I think I'm one of the only ones here that has played Pathfinder for about 10 years now, and Pathfinder 2e for about 2 years. So we'll see if I remember what I'm supposed to do.
We're literally depending on you, Chance. So no pressure.
Whoops!
But get it
you
together.
You chose poorly.
No, don't
made
say that.
Mistake. Perfect. Thank you, Megan.
Hi, I am Megan Caves, and you can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Megan Caves, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And you can watch me on Saving Throw, specifically Wildcards, which is no longer on air, but there's lots of backlog. It's a Savage World show, and right now you can catch me on the DAT Network actually playing Pathfinder 2e on Friday nights for Dragons and Things and the Power of the Universe. So it's quite a bit of fun. And in fact, this character, for anybody who is from Pathfinder, will recognize her from DAT Phantom, which was another show over at the DAT Network. And I'm getting ready to do a new Savage World show, which is called Harbinger's RPG at the DAT Network. So I think that's the gist so far. And pronouns she, her. I think that's everything.
Yeah. Thank you, Megan. When you were explaining that, I was picturing like the bulletin board with the red string pinned up.
That's what my brain feels like.
Been here and then yeah. Perfect. Wendy, with the excellent space work, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Wendy Lee Zaney. I'm a host, content creator, YouTuber here in LA. Super excited to be a part of this game today with all these lovely people. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm very excited to dive into our PF2 game. I actually was introduced to PF1 and PF2. That's one of the many home games that I have going on. So we've been playing both systems simultaneously, like a PF1 on a Saturday and a PF2 on a Sunday and then a D&D on a Monday. So my brain gets a little scrambled. So if I ask questions, you will know why. You can also find me everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff at just my name, Wendy Lee Zaney. You can also find me rolling dice as Bleed for D&D 5e on Bedlam and Discord. Odd job. There you go, Jared.
Yeah, if anyone missed it, Wendy was yelled at before the show even started to plug their show. So we love to see that. Just teams working together, supporting each other. And our first special guest, Edward, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ed. You can find me on Twitter at Dreaming of Light, and sometimes you can find me playing 5th edition D&D on the Madbird Streams Twitch channel. I played a little bit of Starfinder before, but this is my first time playing Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Ooh, we got so many babies that love it. And
pronouns are he, him.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And our second special guest, Vanessa.
Hi. I'm Vanessa, also go by Nessa. I am also a Twitch streamer, and I am a dice maker, and I play TTRPGs as a hobby, and would love to keep that up streaming wise. And I am very excited because this is my first Pathfinder game, but I am very familiar with D&D 5th edition, play every Tuesday with a couple different campaigns, and I used to play 3.5 way back in the day. It's been a while, but I hear Pathfinder is similar, if more or less crunchy in some areas, so I'm very excited. And you can find me at a Pastel Witch for my Twitter and Twitch, so thank you. Oh, and she, they are my pronouns.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's so great to have everyone here. Y'all are so beautiful inside and out. I'm just so grateful. But I'm Vanna. I'm going to be your GM today. Like I said, I'm new to this, so be gentle. I've GM'd for a few years now, mostly Dungeons and Dragons, but I also really love like Good Society, and I've done a couple of like homebrew systems as well. And yeah, you can check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Vana, Vana, where I stream live full time. And you can catch my YouTube, Vanarama Games, to catch the backlog. I have a whole playlist that's just the backlog of my tabletop stuff. So go check that out there. Super stoked to be here. And then I'm going to kick it over to Anne to explain a little bit more about what Jasper's Game Day is all about and some of the incentives that you can engage with to affect the game today.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Vanna, and thank you everyone again for being here. I feel like I just keep thanking people all day, but that is what this is. And I think one thing that I have been super grateful to do is to be able to host this whole event and produce it and be able to share with you all in the games, but also out there in the chat, out there in the dark, everything, all the reasons why we want to support Jasper's Game Day. Jasper's Game Day is a 501c3 charity dedicated to making sure that funds get into the hands of those who do the important work of suicide prevention and awareness. They have kept suicide hotlines from closing. They have worked with veterans programs. They have worked with at-risk youth in different communities around the U.S. They make sure that they are there before the worst can happen, instead of dealing with the aftermath of the terrible scourge that is suicide, that has really touched so many people's lives, both on these streams and in chat. We've had tons of stories from people. I've received tons of really moving whispers of people who are really going through it and are just happy to be able to share a table together with everybody in this community. Now, if you want to get involved, it's not just monetary. You can affect change in this world with your donation, but also in the imaginary world that we are creating. Let me pull up our thingy-dingies, a technical term.
Dingy-dingy!
All right. So, for 10... Anne, no, these are terrible. For $10, you can have a re-roll for $25. Wait, is this all right? Hold on. So profesh. 1 second.
Yeah, reroll for 10 and a plus 10 for 25.
Okay, I am reading it. Awesome, thank you. I was reading it right. I was like, wait, how did I do this? Reroll for a player of the DM for $10. So please specify in your donation note. You can add a plus 10 to a player or GM roll for $25. You can add a moderate difficulty enemy for $50, or if you want to get wild, a severe difficulty enemy for $100. We await your supplication efforts on Tiltify. To find the link, you can just type in exclamation point donate in chat, or the link will be coming through periodically. There are instructions on the screen. That's enough for me. Let's toss it back to Vanna in the studio. Vanna, take it away.
Thank you so much, Anne. It's always great to hear your voice from sunny California. I don't know where you live.
I live in New York, but it's
sunny New York. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry I said you're from California. I feel like that's the meanest thing to say to New Yorker. Oh my goodness. All right. Back to me. That means I'm going to do some more talking with my mouth. And yeah, thank you so much. We already had one reroll come through. So whoever dropped that $10 dono to Jasper's Game Day, thank you. All of those are actually going to go into a pool, and all the players and myself are just going to negotiate for who gets them and why. State your case kind of thing. Oh no, what I meant to say is it's going to the goat. All the rerolls are going to the goat.
I'm okay with this.
The goat. All the rerolls are going to the goat. If you didn't know, y'all, Nessa's character has a goat familiar, and it is based on the meme goat that looks very cute and stubborn.
My community uses the smug goat as an emo, actually.
It's so good. Like, Whatever that little baby wants, it gets.
How do you say no to that?
You can't. It's against the law. You will go to prison.
Wow.
Oh my god, I forgot one time I ran a game of goat ball.
What?
So normally when I like make incentives for games, I like panic at the last minute and then I just jam 2 words together and assume it won't be unlocked. But then everybody's like, I really want to know what that is. And so that happened one time and I just slammed on my keyboard and wrote goat ball. And then people unlocked it and I had to invent the sport of goat ball.
I wonder if that's what I played like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, did you play goat ball?
Did it like, game really like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it did. They're just like, I was like, tell me about goat ball. They're like, we don't know, but we're gonna figure it out.
Oh my gosh, I love.
And Anne, I don't know if there's another screen without the Roll20, but we probably won't need that until the end of the game. I don't know if that's an option, but it'll probably be Theater of the Mind until then. Okay, thank you. I was like, I love those tokens, especially if you want to zoom in on the one I made for Ed. It's pretty good.
It's so cute.
Ed is not the goat. Ed is the what are they called? The leshy. Yeah. Plant friends. Because Ed, you were like, oh, I want to be a gourd leshy, but all of them look really scary. And so I was like, I got you, Ed. I'll make a cute one.
It's so perfect.
And that's what happened. Is just I put an anime face on a pumpkin squash or a butternut squash, and here we are.
Yes.
And here we
Very
are.
cute.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's get into it though, shan't we? Shan't. Oh, and let me play. I have some music. Let me play some of that. Ooh, beautiful. Let's set our scene. Oh, and thank you. We got another reroll to. Okay, I'll do players or me. People don't like that I'm going to negotiate for the rerolls, so I'll make my own pool. Okay, so there's 2 table rerolls for y'all and 1 for me. Just keep that in mind. And then everybody has a hero point at the start of the game, so keep that in mind. All right, let us set our scene. Our story opens up on an aerial shot of a sea of grassy fields, dotted with horses of all sizes, colors, and patterns, grazing lackadaisically beneath the afternoon sun. The fences that line the ranch make it look like an earth-toned patchwork quilt from the bird's eye view. The terrain squaring itself off every 40 acres or so, only to repeat the pattern until the level land breaks into rolling green hills in the distance. The camera pans over at the middle of this flush labyrinth, and there is an archway, the color of red clay, with a smattering of streets and buildings spreading out behind it like deeply entrenched roots. As we swoop down towards the entrance, we can see rusted metal letters adhered to the archway that read Rannon's Ranch. Through this passage, we can get a better look at what lines the dirt path streets, a modest village with a main road down its center that ends in a significantly grander estate than the ones lining its promenade. Some streets branch off and wind between buildings or off into the fields, but appear as if they have been forged simply by the repetitive treading of hooves, rather than being carved by hand. As we stay centered on the archway, we see 5 figures pass before us as they make their way into the village. We pan slowly around until we can see the light lighting up half of their faces and casting the other half into shadow. And Megan, can we get a description of what your character looks like?
Yes. So Grace is dressed in blue and gold and white. And she looks like a fancy pirate. And she's got a huge bow that she's got over one shoulder, and she's got a cutlass at her hip. And she's also got a giant jug of liquid of some kind. And if anyone knows Grace, they know that that's very likely alcohol. And she's got her hair is like real big and up, and it's a bunch of different sea colors, and it's got feathers in it and all kinds of stuff. And she's covered in tattoos. And she's just her energy is just kind of like, here I am, get out of my way if I'm coming towards you, but like also pleasant.
But in a nice way.
In a nice way, but don't get in her way, because she's a little overconfident, let's put it that way, and she will fight you. So
And she looks like that too. Perfect. Perfect. Ed, what about your character?
Yeah, Bash is a gourd leshy. He's just a little guy that's really excited to see the world. He's got some leather armor on, and he's got a what is it called? Familiar. That is a little dandelion that sits on his shoulder.
So
That's
cute. And
Bash in a nutshell.
how big is the dandelion? Like, is it like a literal dandelion, or is it some sort of like I don't know, anthropomorphized sort of version of one?
Yeah, no, I think it's about the same size as regular dandelion.
Okay, yeah, so just a little bitty.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Amazing. And then next to Bash, we have Zizix.
Hi. So Zizix is also a leshy, but he is a leaf leshy, and he stands just a little under 3 feet tall. So he's another little guy. And he is wearing just a soft padded armor that just covers just most of his chest, because he's a little bush with a head. It's literally what he is. He's just a little bush. So he has like leaves everywhere. And then he has a big flower that he has on his head that he actually can rotate with other flowers he keeps stuffed in his leaves. He also has like tiny little acorns that grow every once in a while, and he might take them off and throw them at you. But otherwise, he just carries a little ukulele on his back and a kazoo.
What a little scamp.
Oh, he is. He is.
And perfect. And Nessa, I'm not going to try and say your character's name because I know I'm going to say it wrong. So
It's Anais.
Anais. Okay.
Yes. Anais, when you look at them, you can see that the color seems to be kind of drained from them. They have they're fetchling, and they have monochrome complexions, glowing eyes. The shadows around them seem to be deeper and longer, and it's because they're not quite human. They used to be, but shadow plane influence and all that. And you can see next to them is this wily little white goat, and you can see the attitude on this little goat's face. And as they're walking, you notice that Anais's clothes are very rugged. Lots of traveling, lots of wornness. In fact, you can see a second pair of boots attached to their bag, because they walk through them, and they walk all the time, everywhere, and have seen many places. And their clothes are dark, just like the shadows that seem to kind of cling to them. And they have very pale hair, and their eyes do have, they don't look pupilled, but they do have this kind of like inner glow.
That's awesome. I love all these characters so much. And last but not least, we have Cyrene.
Cyrene is a human monk. She is dressed in a very, her scheme is kind of black and white. So her gi has a white fabric lined with black on the border. She wears her hair long in a loose little braid, and she is currently in her meditative state, picturing out her aerialist routine in her head, ready to perform at any given notice.
She's just walking and manifesting.
She's manifesting this into, she wants it so bad. And she's also trying to not let this like super adorable goat distract her.
Not today, Satan.
She's like, not right now. You're very cute. I'll pet you later. Just let me manifest.
I won't
this.
fall for it. Ugh. I love it. So yeah, that's who we see walking into this town, and they don't quite seem like they fit into place, because this small village was actually that came up around the ranch that is centered at, like I said, the end of the promenade. That is a much larger structure, and just sort of the necessity for people to be close for the work that they do on the ranch. That's how the village sprung up. And so everybody is in their gear to do the work, in the fields, in the barns, and etc. And so having this sort of ragtag group walk in, you definitely draw some attention. But even seeing y'all together, like how did all these people come together? And actually, all of you met each other aboard a ship called the Riverblow, which is a boat that travels. Megan, you named it. Don't don't laugh. Which is a boat that travels up and down the coast. You're currently and Brandon's Ranch was a small village inside of Nadal. So it goes down that western coast and then back up again. And it basically delivers any person or any object or any stock on the boat that it can fit, as long as, the person is willing to pay. And Grace is actually a crew member on this boat because she has been traveling around picking up odd jobs on different sailing crews, trying to find her brother that she has lost connection with. And Bash, the poor unfortunate soul, fell asleep in a crate of gourds and was sadly mistaken for stock and and brought onto the boat as if to be shipped off to the next place. But of course, upon waking, left the crate and began wandering around the boat trying to ground themselves. And that's when he ran into Zizix. And Zizix, also a Leshy, Bash immediately imprinted on them. and Zizix was actually on the boats because they're an entertainer and they want to travel to new places and learn how they can engage with the culture and learn more and derive more skills to be an even better entertainer. And why not entertain on the boat while you're there? So Zizix is sort of a focal point of connection, bringing people together in the same spot and providing like ease and comfort in what could otherwise be an uncomfortable journey. So a lot of you gathered around Zizix when they performed and began to repeatedly see each other and make acquaintances. And Cyrene is on the boat because she is heading to a circus. What's the name of the circus again?
She wants to find the Wayward Wonders.
Wayward Wonders, because that's such a cool name. Circus, which is actually located in Aberton, which is on the coastline route of the river below. And so she's gotten on and paid to be on the boat. Maybe. But
she has a way of getting fares.
Yeah, she's there. She must have paid. So there's that. And if any sort of things go missing while she's on the boat, that seems coincidental to me, in my opinion. But yeah, and then of course we have Anais, right?
Yes.
Also using their travels to make cross-land deliveries. So kind of using the route of the Riverblow to shorten their expedition to make the very important delivery of getting the pedigree papers for one of Brandon's most fabulous stallions delivered to his hands so that he can sell it at market at top price. And yeah, they've all connected over the course of this arduous journey. A boat trip is never easy or without its rigors. So they have come together over their concessions and their joys, their simple joys that they found on the trip. And they depart the ship together out of a mix of curiosity and companionship as they all come together to trek toward Brandon's Ranch, where we find them in that opening shot. As they walk through the archway, they see that the village is small. And as you walk quickly, you find yourself stepping out into what you imagine is the town square, which, like a normal city, you'd probably have to do some navigating. But this village is small enough that you're like, oh, okay, we're now in the village square. Great. And it's just tilled dirt. But it's more excavated down the center than it is in, again, the trailing off trails that are mostly seem to just be repeated hoof bombardment that have made them. And you hear a loud knocking noise, and your attention is drawn over to the opposite edge of the square, where a short human man in riding leather seems to be hammering a paper notice to the beam. He quickly concludes his task and then turns to begin chatting with some of the villagers that have stopped to greet him and peruse the posted message. And that is where we find all of you, and that is what's going on around you. So, really quick before we jump in, there's been a lot of donos. Thank y'all so much for donating to Jasper's game week. We've got a +10 for Ed. Mark that down, Ed. You've got a +10 to any roll. We've got a reroll for Megan.
Thank you.
And then I've got 2 more rerolls for the table. And another reroll for Megan.
Thanks.
A +10 to Chance. I just smashed it into one word. +10 to Chance, +10 to Megan, and another +10 to Chance.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, guys.
Wendy, I feel like you got left out,
Thanks,
so I'm just
everyone.
gonna give one of those rerolls specifically to you.
Oh, thanks.
So,
I'll need it. Cyrene
Mark-
usually doesn't roll well. So
Yeah, okay, mark that down. I am delegating. Thank you all so much for those donos. That is a huge boon. I appreciate it. And I'm sure that Anne can remind you in chat what the redemptions are if you need them. So don't be afraid to ask. Oh boy, you are killing it. Yo, all caps. GG's. All right, so that's where you find yourselves. That's what you look like a cool group of hotties. What do you do?
Well, are we close enough to be able to get a clear idea of what is on that notice?
The town square is small, but to read text on a bit of paper, you will have to get closer.
Okay.
Not that small.
Yeah, I will go over to the guy who just put it up and say, "What's it you got there?" That wasn't Scottish, but she said with a Scottish accent.
Laughs in Scottish. He's like in the middle of talking to somebody, so he like stops, and the person he's talking to are like, and then he goes, "You know, you don't sound like you're from around here."
Well, crap. Great long distance. That's because I'm not. I'm actually from a boat, but I want to know what you put up there. It looks interesting, and there's all these people around, and I got a drink and all of these lovely folks with me, so I'd like to know what it is.
It's gonna be very hard not to do a Scottish accent.
You're welcome.
Wait, you're drinking? It's 8 a.m.
she's Scottish.
Perfect time. Anyone, would you like some? She'll just like slush it in his face.
He'll pull back, and then since Cyrene said something, like look over to Cyrene for like help.
Well, try it. She's offering it to you. It's good.
Says she knows she drinks with me a lot on the boat.
He looks between the two of you, like he's being just like attacked in the streets.
I'm leaning and watching.
Zizix like sees the commotion and runs up behind them and it's kind of like peeking over, just be like, drink it.
And again, how tall is Zizix?
Like 2'10", so just under 3 feet.
So cute. Looks down at you. It's just becoming more alarmed by the minute.
It's fun.
And it's just, I just don't. There's a lot going on, and I just don't know if it's a good choice to be drinking at all, let alone first thing in the morning. I mean, I still got things to go about in my day, so.
It's up to you, but you still haven't answered my first question, which was, what you post back there?
God, I really have to think not to do a Scottish accent after you talk to me. Well, it's just a notice. I just wanted to warn people, about what's going on. I mean, definitely I would take a look at it if you're going to stay in town for any length of time, particularly, maybe after it gets dark, it might be of interest to you. And I'll show it here on Roll20. Do you go up to read it?
I'd like to.
Okay. So Anais walks up to the little bit of paper that is nailed to the post, and it reads, "Ranchers and farmhands beware. Several people have gone missing over the last month, leaving their possessions behind. Locals believe a rampaging monster to be responsible. A haunted scarecrow that roams the fields. Travel in groups, don't tarry in dangerous places, and keep your children under constant watch until the creature responsible is found and slain. Anyone who finds the missing people or kills the beast will get a half share of profits from the sale of my finest steed when it's taken to market at the end of the month, or food and supplies of equal value. If you can't leave the ranch without putting your family at risk, don't pursue.
Missing people. I have a brother who's missing. Maybe. Well, I would be interested in trying to help. I won't speak for my companions here, but Grace kind of turns and faces all of you and says, but I would sure enjoy the company if any of you all would like to join.
I want to see the scarecrow. Like,
You just said I want to see a scarecrow?
Yeah. I've seen some scarecrows, but never one that's terrorized an entire town. Only a murder of crows.
Oh, well, that sounds dangerous as well. I don't want any crows to be murdering me, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's just what you call a group of them.
Well, that's a weird thing to do. They should change
Like,
that.
it's a tribe of goats, a murder of crows, a kiss of vampires.
Well, I don't want that either. That sounds bad.
Cyrene at this point is going to reach out. And how big is this piece of paper?
It's like 8.5 by 11.
Is there
Normal
enough
sheet of
room on the
paper.
side for her to tear off a little bit of piece of paper that does not tear off the writing on it? Like on the corner, the edge?
Sure, yeah.
So she'll say to Grace, "Oh, you know me, I'm always up for some action. These fists needs a little exercise." And then she will rip off the edge of the poster that doesn't have any writing on it, and she's going to look at the goat and she's like, "Do you want to try some?" She'll like bend down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
to the
nudge
goat.
Lou and be like, come on, Lou. It's okay.
Don't let the goat eat your fancy hand wraps.
Oh, yeah. And I'll try to dangle like this, and I'll put another hand over the top. These are
Lou's
new, I
probably
just got
excitedly
them.
like slobbering your hand at this point.
Oh, don't lick the hand. Oh, okay, it's okay. You're cute.
Were you trying to sell the goat?
No, Lou's not for sale. Sorry, Lou. Actually, I'm here to deliver some important papers. Some pedigree papers.
Well, I had put in an order for those a while back. Are they by any chance for Vana?
I believe they are, and I'm gonna fish them out and hand them over.
You're not gonna like ask for ID or something? This does not seem very secure.
This is, I guess it's more of the express, but, that's a very good point. Can you prove your identification?
No.
See, I didn't think so.
Wait.
See,
Hey, Clarissa, who am I? And there's like a woman at the other end of the square having a conversation. She looks over and she's like, "Shut up, Brannon." And then he turns to you and is like, "Eh."
It's as good as a signature to me, and I'm gonna hand them over.
And he kind of like ruffles through them and nods knowingly and is like, "Thank you. This will help a lot with the sale. People buying steeds like that, they need proof. Who needs proof? I mean, that's a silly concept."
Wow. Zizix takes out a little a journal in their backpack and starts writing down some notes, but kind of hiding them from everybody.
Well, if you're serious about helping find the missing people, I'm sure that would not go unappreciated. And of course, I'm good on my word about the reward, so.
Oh, I'm for it. If the rest of you are, maybe I could find my brother. It's worth a shot.
Yeah,
I'll gladly help.
It seems a little scary, but if Zizix is going, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, Bash, I think this will be fun. I'm all about adventure, and I need to write a new song anyway, and I think this might be the inspiration for it.
Oh, I like that.
Well, it's certainly not required, and especially as you aren't from here, I don't want to make our issues your problem, per se.
Oh. What else are we here for but to get into trouble? right?
Well, actually, I'd prefer if you didn't get into trouble.
Oh, well, I think this is a beggars versus choosers type thing.
Well, I'm not begging. I said don't worry about it.
I've lost my accent. Great long distance. Oh, right. Yeah, no trouble whatsoever. We'll be fine. Don't worry. She kind of just like winks at the people behind her.
All right. I feel like I'm going to need to be really clear about how you should go about this. All right. Well, I can tell you what I know about the missing people, but I really don't have much in the way of leads, so you'll probably have to go around and discover such ends by your own means, if that's all right. Okay.
I think we're capable of that, right? This is a good bunch. We don't need anybody's help.
I just met most of you.
Right, see? We're already off to a great start.
Yeah, so I have nothing negative to say.
That's good, yeah.
Zizix looks on the ground and picks up a pebble and then shoves it in his leaves.
My confidence is building by the second.
It should be.
Well, can you point us in the direction of some of those fields that the Scarecrow's been terrorizing? Like, where have you been telling people not to go? Because that's where I want to go.
Well, let me tell you about the missing people, because then maybe you'll see a pattern I'm not. Because right now it seems completely random. Time of day doesn't seem to matter. Location doesn't really seem to matter. And the people that are being taken are of different lines of work and different identities. So all right. So the first one who got taken was Nima, and she's a rancher for me, and she does amazing work, incredibly strong individual. So it baffles the mind that anybody could get one over on her, to be honest. And then there was also Lyrica and Meridine. They're a married couple that was abducted from their home overnight. So that's a whole other situation. And then there's Etidon, and he's a farmer in the village, and he was taken while working out in the pastures just yesterday. So yeah, it just doesn't really feel like there's any rhyme or reason. I mean, Nima's pretty young. Etidon is also young. Lyrica and Meridine are an older married couple. It's just difficult to discern. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yes, and nothing was left at any of these locations when they were taken.
Well, it was kind of like there weren't really footprints, but there was like marks in the ground, like the end of a scarecrow's pole, sort of like hopping off, you know.
Is this scarecrow jumping on the stick to move?
I would assume so. I don't know how else a scarecrow would move, to be honest. They
That's
don't really typically.
One act for a circus. That could make something like that happen.
Oh, that
Don't they
would
have
be great.
stilt walkers?
Oh, that'd be
Should
so
do that.
fun.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
People are missing.
You just know, as artists, inspiration hits and you just have to say it out loud so you don't forget.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
maybe y'all shouldn't worry about this. I think we can get it sorted on our own, and
Wait.
y'all go do about your business. I got the papers, you know.
Are you going to do it yourself? Because all I see is you standing here and putting up signs and not drinking alcohol. So,
Well, I feel like community engagement is a good first step in recovery missions, but I mean, I'm just a rancher. I don't know.
well, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. But I have a question. How is it that you know it's a scarecrow? If you haven't seen it, has someone seen it doing this work?
Well, there's rumors about seeing a scarecrow out in the fields at night, creeping
Or
around.
From
Wait,
someone particular we could speak with?
It's a little bit of everybody. Just
Oh.
sort of, you know how things go in a small town, you know. If
Oh.
one person's seen it now, suddenly everybody's seen it. So that's about what we got to go on. And then based on the tracks, which I have seen for myself, I mean, that sort of follows. But yeah, I guess now that I've said it out loud to people who aren't from here, it sounds a little absurd.
Well, what can you do about that?
I don't know.
Exactly. So that means you should trust us because we don't think you're crazy or anything like that. We're here to help.
Yep.
Bash wants to help.
See?
Yeah.
Are you Bash?
Hi, I'm Bash.
This is my friend Bash.
No, we don't get a lot of leshies through here.
And
Yeah,
this is a
That's
goat.
normal.
I am aware of what a goat is.
Well, just to be sure, we didn't know.
Right.
Has anybody followed the tracks?
Well, no one's done that. This place is small, and with the people missing, it's become even harder to keep everything on the rails. So people have been doing what they can when they can, but going out farther past the village hasn't really been an option so far. But I think the person who's probably put the most work, and they don't work on the ranch, so they have a bit more time on their hands, not to diminish the kind of work that they do, but it's just different, you know. It's not physical labor, or maybe anyway, please don't tell her I said any of this. But her name's Teflar, and yeah, like the material. And she's the local priestess of Zonkuthon. So, you know, she's typically hanging out around the Shrine of the Midnight Lord here in the village, but or just outside the village. But I think, you know, she seemed really concerned, you know, maybe more than anyone else. You know, and it kind of seemed like maybe she had, I don't know, some information she wasn't sharing. She seemed real worked up, and we're all upset. You know, but, you know, sometimes people's energy reads different. You know what I mean?
Certainly. I have a question.
Like your energy. Really, really chaotic. Very confusing.
Don't know what you're talking about. They're the greatest energy in the life of a party, so they can tell.
True. I hosted a lot of parties, and she was always the life of it.
It's true.
Well, this isn't a party, so it does feel a little... I'm doing your accent! I knew it was going to happen. Well, this ain't a party, so it does feel a little inappropriate. You know what I mean?
Right. So my question is, would any of us potentially know of this particular god?
Please, whoever wants to roll me a religion check.
Religion check.
D20, right?
Okay.
Let's see how mine is.
D20, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, oh my god, Anne added the little goat to the stream.
I saw that and I was giggling like crazy earlier.
Bless your heart. Look at that sweet baby. Who's rolling?
Not Cyrene.
I'll roll 2.
Is it a lore check?
It would not be lore, it'd be like
religion.
Religion.
Should be religion, yeah.
Yeah, it's under your skills.
God damn. Well, I rolled low. It's a 9 for me.
I got an 8.
Well, y'all ain't ever heard of religion in your life, and I can tell.
What's
I
religion?
don't know off the top of your head, but you're welcome to also ask.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. What's this Midnight Lord person?
Oh,
Person?
and when you say that, like Brannon looks around, and then looks back and kind of lowers his voice, and he's like, "Well, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're in Nidal, which our patron deity is Zonkuthon, and
Bless you.
they're- Oh, thank you. They're rather, you know, to the outsider eye, a bit of an intense day with some maybe, you know, more extreme practices. You know, being the day of like pain and suffering and all that good stuff.
Sorry,
So,
how is this?
okay, would you lower your voice?
I don't know that I have that capability, but
All right. Then maybe
I'll
just
try.
shut up. This
Oh.
I say that was rude. I'm sorry, but I say this not only for my safety and the safety of the people in this town, but for your own. Nidal is ever present in this area and quite terse with people that do not agree with his methods or teaching. So you should tread lightly in this village, but in particular near Teflar if you're going to speak with her, because one wrong word about Nidal in front of her and it could all come crashing down on all of us.
Maybe I shouldn't be the one to talk to her then.
I think that's a good idea.
Oh.
Maybe we can start with someone who's not so intense. Tell us a little bit more about this Nima. You said that she worked for you. Does she have any other family that we can speak with?
Yeah, everybody's got a connection, here or there. Nima, her husband Hectril, has been left behind, so I can point you in the direction of their home. Or Etadon, he left behind his two parents, Ernam and Errol, so I could show you where they all live. And Lyrica and Merdina, they just lived in the house alone, but I could point you to the house if you wanted to check it out, or I could point you to their family, his brother Litriel and his wife Rua, and you could talk to them. So it's really up to you. I can point you whichever way.
They all sound good to me. Anyone else have a thought on where we should start? Which one, Cyrene?
Maybe the one that's closest from here.
Yeah, that's probably Nima's farm.
Sounds like a lovely place.
Yeah, if you just follow the main street down here and then take a left real quick, then you'll end up at the farm. You'll know it. It's got a big pen that goes around the side into the back of the house where they do some of the horse training. But it's also got a sign out front because Hector's a vet, so it'll have the symbol out there to indicate that.
Maybe they'll have goat treats for your goat.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely worked with a number of goats in his day.
And then the goat can stop eating your hand wraps, Cyrene.
Not again. Tuck him back in a little bit more, loose threads.
He looks to Anais and is like, "Is your goat okay?"
My goat is excellent. They just have a big appetite.
It's a great goat. Good goat.
Very nice goat.
Best
When
goat
if somebody
I've ever
tries
had.
to eat me,
Don't like
It's not
that.
personal.
Tries to eat you?
I'm made of leaves.
Oh, well, I didn't want to say anything.
It's on purpose. You don't have to feel awkward about it. A slushy.
Yeah, I'm just leshy. This is just what I am. I'm a leaf leshy, and then Bash is a gourd leshy.
Right.
Off to the farmhouse then.
Oh, right, yeah.
Zizix
If you-
pulls off an acorn and gives it to him.
Oh, that's a real gift you got there.
Are you a Totoro? Are you one of them Totoros? Thank you for this gift. I will cherish it.
You should.
Special, you should.
So Zizix takes off another acorn and throws it at the ground, and it explodes. Just a little tiny explosion.
Does mine do that?
Oh,
All
those
right.
are neat.
About to scare some children with this here. I'll be around the square talking with people and seeing what I can find out just by word of mouth. So if you need directions to some other places or whatever, just let me know, okay?
Sounds
check it.
great.
Perfect. Anyone else want to do anything before you depart Brandon in the town square?
I don't think think so on my part.
Okay. So you follow his directions. Again, the village is really small, so you walk down a way and you very quickly see like the veterinary sign that's hanging off the front of a house where it looks like, you know, it's a situation where it's like people live there, but it's also like where they work out of. And then you see the sturdy fence that's wrapping around the side and out to the back. And you actually hear some yelling as you approach from behind the house, and someone's back there going like, "Gosh dang it!"
Oh, it sounds like someone needs help.
Cyrene will start running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts running and grabs Bash's hand and pulls him along.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, Lou and I will take off too.
Oh my god, I love Bash with my whole heart. Cool. So y'all taking the outside route. You come around the edge of the fencing, and it's kind of partitioned off into different areas. And you see that there's a big like black stallion that is in one of the pens, and there's like an older man that is trying to get a handle on it, and he's not succeeding. And so every time he tries to get a hold of the horse, it becomes like really skittish and like runs off, and then he curses and, you know, rubs his temples, or, you know, throws a fist in the air and then tries to do it again. But every time he does it, he's obviously just making it worse. But you can also tell the horse is injured. So you imagine he's trying to, so it's kind of like limping, but it will not let him close. So yeah, that's what you see.
Hello. I'm just kind of trying to like get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from enough of a distance to not get kicked by a horse.
Yeah. You do have the fence in the way, so as long as it doesn't fucking... Oh, sorry, that was our one F-bomb. I'm sorry. No one else gets to do it.
Everybody gets one.
Really
Disney
quick.
rules.
Really, that's right.
There's
really
only one.
Quick too, let me dish out some other... Thank you so much for the donos, y'all. I really appreciate it.
If the horse looks really wily and looks like it's gonna rear down on him, I would like to try a little something.
Okay, let me dish out these rewards, and then you absolutely can do that. I think the last one... Okay, so everyone write down one reroll.
Ooh!
Everyone gets one. And then Wendy, you get an additional one. Nessa, you get a plus 10.
Oh,
and then a reroll for Nessa.
Ooh.
And then 2 rerolls for me. Y'all, we need some love for Ed, y'all. Bring some more love for Ed.
For the Leshy.
For Chance. We need more love for our Leshy buddies. So if you want to donate to a great cause and throw some rerolls or plus 10s towards our players, that would be amazing. On it! Yeah, but thank you.
Aww.
Okay, I think we're caught up with that. All right, and no more F words. We got one. I'm sorry I used it. I told you
PG-13.
Didn't I tell you I would? It was mine though. I called dibs. Okay, so you see that, and then let's go to Anais is going to try something. What's up?
So I have this hex called Shroud of Night, and what I'll do is it's somatic. So I'll just draw my hand in a sweeping gesture, and the horse will become a little blanketed in darkness around the top, so he can't see the old man anymore.
Oh, yeah,
and
I like that.
Therefore, he's probably gonna like chill out and freeze. The animal instinct of freeze is what I'm relying on.
Okay.
Oh, and regardless of the outcome, I guess the target's immune for a little bit, or no, that's not an ally. Never mind. But yeah, it just gets shrouded in dark, and it can't see unless it has dark vision.
Okay. Is there any sort of like darkness save, or is there anything you need to roll to like make that hit?
It's like a blanket of night across its. I'm kind of aiming for its head. Yes, saving throw will is what it is.
So against the horses.
And I think my spell DC is 16. Yeah, it's saving throw will.
What is the will of a horse in Pathfinder?
Yeah, let's find out.
We're gonna say it fails. Although this is a very prestigious horse, so its will is very strong. There's no map right now, Sonia. This is all theater of the mind. But what I would also like you to do is perform a not animal handling. Is there a calm? Oh, nature check to calm. Because I understand what you're doing, and I think the hex goes off and it works. But to see if it has your intention, if you could do a nature check to try and calm the horse.
A nature check. All right.
I think a horse's will is +6. That's a willful animal.
Yeah, it is.
That is a very willful animal.
They are, yes.
That is an 18 with a +5 for my nature.
Definitely works. So why don't you describe like how the horse's demeanor changes? Oh, I think maybe we lost Nessa.
So as you see Lou. Oh no! Wait, am I back?
I think
Yeah, you're.
Sorry, I might be having just a little bit of lag.
Yeah, I think your camera's lagging a
close
little
the
bit.
Twitch stream for now. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
about
that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm lagging. So what will happen is as we all stop against the. Oh wait, did I freeze again? Okay, there we go.
No, you're good.
As we all stop and we're watching this happen, Lou is gonna try and squeeze through the fence and bound over. And as Lou, and then I'm gonna wave my hand. And as I wave my hand, darkness is just kind of like gather around it, and then go across to the horse. And it's gonna target mostly the upper half of the horse, not the hooves, because I still want the guy to avoid the hooves. But I want the horse to just calm down. And as Lou rushes over. The darkness will kind of finish and just gently shroud the horse, trying to calm it from the stress of the outside world, like blinders.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, that is absolutely what happens. It is super effective, and Hectrol sort of like looks over at you and is just like, "What'd you do to my horse?"
It's temporary. If you need to do anything, I'd recommend doing it now.
He kind of like glowers at you, but walks over and is like, "Well, if you're here, give me a hand then." And anybody that's just addressed to any of you. So
Zizix will go over.
okay.
I drag Dash along.
Hector looks at the two leshies and is like, "What is happening? This week is too much." But it's like, it just like looks at you and is like, "Well, keep it calm while I work on its leg, all right?"
Does Zizix just kind of like ploops down in front of the horse and just kind of starts like petting its head?
I'm gonna ask Zizix, do you know if alcohol helps horses? I don't know it.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, I was gonna offer, but I won't.
Yeah, no. You can. It's better to save it for yourself.
Oh, well, I can always go for that, so thanks.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, with your help kind of like stabilizing the creature, he's able to get like a splint on the horse's leg and get it wrapped up well enough to keep it clean. And you can see though throughout this, like his hands are like shaking, which is not something that, you know, from an experienced vet that you would expect dealing with something. And that's probably super every day for working on like a ranch that is all about breeding horses. So yeah, that is everything's wrapped up and y'all are left he's climbed out from that main pen and is kind of leaning against the fence on the other side, and y'all are standing in that back area of the house together.
So, might as well get the awkward bit out. We know that your wife, I think, is missing, and we're actually here to help. So if you have any information you can pass along, that would be great.
I wish I did.
Oh.
No, Grace, we've upset the man.
All right.
I was already upset. Okay,
Oh, good.
This is there's no reason this should have happened. Nessa, sorry, I don't know my own wife's name. Nima is a powerful woman. Like there's no way that anyone could get her to go anywhere if she didn't want to.
Well, then do you think she went of her own accord?
No, of course not.
Oh, right.
We
It's
didn't
just a
need to
question.
hit a sore spot.
Right.
Yeah, you're just insinuating my wife would have left me on her
No,
own
oh.
accord?
Oh, no.
No.
Maybe,
Exactly what you're saying.
well, and she's going to put
No.
her hands down and try to calm the man down and say, we're just suggesting that maybe she had been charmed by some sort of magical means. This all sounds sort of unnatural. We heard that it's a scarecrow that can move on its peg.
I don't know about all that.
What?
People make up I don't know. I think people make up a lot of excuses to try and justify things they don't understand. You know?
All right. Grace is going to put her jug kind of, oh wow, my jug
Oh, wow.
runs over the background, into his face and kind of gently, but as gently as Grace can. And would you like a drink? It might help. She's trying to be nice and help calm him down.
Zizix pulls out his ukulele and starts playing like a soft tune.
See, we have music, we have all sorts. We have a performer. We can do all sorts of things.
Cyrene's going to go into a handstand and try to, like spin in a circle on her hands.
Okay, anyone attempting to calm Hectoril down can make a check for it.
Can I roll performance if I'm performing?
Yeah. That'll work.
Diplomacy, maybe?
I like diplomacy.
Okay. I shall try. Oh, boy. You know what? I'm going to use one of those rerolls.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
I rolled a nat 20, so I got 27.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
It's probably the only one I'll get.
That's a critical success. So why don't you describe what sort of magnificent thing you do to entrance Hectoril out of his enraged fervor?
So Zizix just pulls out his ukulele and starts strumming very softly. It's just very calming tunes that you could probably fall asleep to. But also because he is a leaf lushy, he can whistle, and it sounds like when people blow on grass leaves and makes that like very soft whistling noises. And so he just kind of does that in tune with the ukulele and kind of alternates.
Nima loves music.
Well, then hopefully we can find her and she can hear some of this beautiful music.
I just don't know what to do.
I mean, we're willing to help you find her and some of the other people missing that are in the town. And I'll gesture to Grace and say, we know what it's like, some of us, to have our loved ones go missing. We're going to do our best.
That's true. I'm also looking for my brother who went missing a long time ago on a boat. Most people think he died, but I think he's still out there. So don't lose hope.
And Nima's still out there. She's fine.
Oh, I'm sure she is. We'd love
We'll
to
find
help
her.
Find her, yeah.
She's a strong woman. She's got Zonkuthon to protect her.
Right. Are you also a part of that?
I like smack Grace's leg.
Right. Ow. She kind of like looks at you and starts to yell and then realizes why you did that and shuts up.
I love it. Perfect. He'll kind of eye you, but he just seems to be kind of caught up in his feels, so he doesn't say anything.
Have you noticed anything weird going on at nights other than, obviously important people missing, but animals go missing or things are stolen, misplaced, moved, no explanations?
I don't know. No animals missing. And when my wife disappeared, I was with Teflar. And then by the time I got back, she was gone.
You're with Teflar. when your wife went missing.
Yeah, and when we got back, because Teflar had come with me, she started freaking out and started searching automatically. You know, I think she cares about the people here as much as any of us do, you know? Like, of course, she's part of the clergy, but she feels connected. And of course, her connection to Zonkuthon is a boon to all of us here.
Right. Right.
Zizix like raises his hand a little bit, ready to smack her leg.
And Grace is like, well, if there's any other information you can give us, every bit helps. But beyond that, we will do our best to find your wife.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else for you. I'm sorry. I
Well, that's
really
all
wish
right.
I did.
Well, we can only do what we can do, right?
Thank
He'll
you for
look
this
at
information.
Yeah, he'll look at Zizix and be like, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
If you find Nemo, will you play that song for her?
absolutely.
I'll keep looking too.
If anything comes up before we head out, just let us know.
Okay. And then he kind of goes a little catatonic.
Zizix hugs him.
Oh, no, none of that.
Zizix stops and just like pats him. Like on his arm, he's just like, that's as high as I can reach is his arm, and just like pat.
He'll just sigh and walk off back into his house.
Well, that was an experience. What is it with this particular god? That seems strange, right? Y'all haven't heard of him.
No. I mean, maybe that is the next person we go and talk to then, this Teflon person.
I tried doing a religion check on Zonkuthon.
Yeah.
$15.
That's with your bonuses?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that Zonkuthon is a deity, and they possess one of the most twisted and evil minds out of all the deities. He's the god of pain, and has roots in countless tortures, murders, and worse throughout time. And after the great, I forget what it's called, the Great Fall? Is that what it's called? He actually got to take over all of Nidal and become its patron deity. So throughout this region, he sort of pervades, and it makes a lot of the subjects in the area, wanting to what's the word I'm looking for? Wanting to appease him by also taking part in supplications of pain and darkness, and embracing like loss and envy and things like that. So it's a very dark place. and it is that way because of Zonkuthon has his sort of hold over it.
Okay. So I guess my only question in relation to that knowledge is, in my travels, would I have heard of positive reasons why there are like these priestesses and people that worship him or anything like that?
I guess that's subjective. Because like the people that follow Zonkuthon think that causing pain either and or to themselves or others is a way to reach like a more pure state of being. So like in and of itself, the relationship with pain and suffering is what is bringing them closer to enlightenment. So what you may consider bad things, that's like
Zizix is very neutral.
Yeah.
He understands
Or,
how
like,
people
not-
can perceive
not-
something that would be different than how other people would perceive it in terms of like bad
Right.
versus good.
right.
So, okay.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna. Zizix kind of relays a little bit of that information. He's like, well, in my travels, I've heard stories of Zonkuthon, and the outside world looking in, it might not seem like something that you personally would identify with as good. But for the people here, this is all they've known and all they've grown up with and all they've celebrated. And so they have found ways to turn it around so that it is beneficial to them.
I hope so. Otherwise, that just sounds like a miserable way to live.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all perspective, you know. Like I said, this is all they've known, so this is good. It's fine, and that's the only reason I smacked your leg.
Well,
Sorry about that, by the way.
That's all right. It's I could use it every now and then. I suppose we're in the right place for it.
Yeah, he was just very difficult to calm down. I didn't want to do that again.
Right, yes, that was quite a bit. Well, do we think it has something to do with this deity? It seems like the priestess is connected, right? Maybe you're right, Cyrene. We should go there next. What do y'all think?
I think so. I find it highly weird and very coincidental that he just happened to be
Right.
with the priestess when his wife went missing. And why did he get so upset about your suggestion of maybe she went willingly? We weren't suggesting anything else but that. He
Right.
said that out loud.
I know. I thought it might have been like she went to save someone or to help as opposed to necessarily just deciding to leave her husband. I mean, that's quite a big thing to do.
We weren't saying that at all.
Should we go to the others' relatives that have gone missing to see if the people that have gone missing were tied to the priestess at all, just to see if that might be a connection first?
I think either way would be great. I think
Yes.
that could be beneficial. Yes.
And also, if Lyrica and Maridine's house is on the way, maybe we can just do a little sneak peek in their house. Maybe they have some sort of, I don't know, statue or some sort of item that's related to the deity.
Could be worth it indeed. What do y'all think? Bash, what do you think? Does this sound like a good idea?
Ooh, yeah. I think it's a good idea to visit Teflar.
Oh yes. Scary though, but good idea. What about you, Anais? Anais.
Lou and I were talking, and we think that Etidon, he was working in the pastures when he was abducted or whatever. So, and they keep saying something about tracks. I want to look at these tracks. I'm very curious about these tracks.
I am as well. That's a very important thing. But I've one question. What does a goat say? What's it like to talk to a goat?
Cyrene's
it's
gonna
like
kneel
you and I
down
talking.
and go, bah.
Lou is gonna give you a little like side eye.
Now side eye back.
At my face. Oh my god.
I think it's working, Cyrene.
It's in my head. Lou can't.
Oh.
Lou will eventually be able to maybe talk to y'all, but we haven't figured that out yet. We're
Never talked to a goat before. Hi, goat. Hello. Lovely to speak with you.
Oh my
He's
god.
just staring at everybody pretty wild.
Zizix looks right at Lou and is just like this.
He's gonna like Lou's gonna try and like just chew some grass and just like look at you like, I'm not eating you, I'm being good.
But see, I don't know what that's what he's saying, and so it feels like a threat.
Oh no.
This could be you.
Insight check.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, really quick, I'm going to dish out some other rewards. Thank you again, chat, for donating to this awesome cause and also giving some great boons to our players. We got 2 rerolls for Chans. Write them down, Chans. And we got 2 rerolls for Ed. Get it? And then 1 more reroll for Chans.
Just gonna reroll everything.
Honestly, what's the point of rolling? Like, let's just have you succeed. And then we still have 3 rolls for the table as well. So if anyone runs out and wants to negotiate for one of those, you can. And yeah, y'all, please check out what you can redeem. $10 for a reroll, 25 for a plus 10, and you can add a moderate difficulty creature for 50 and a severe difficulty creature for 100. So yeah, great cause and great consequences. But yeah, let's suss this out really quick because these are all great ideas. We have someone suggested going straight to Teflar and asking and questioning her about the situation. Someone suggested going to Edidon's home and talking to his parents. And then someone suggested going to Lerica and Meridine's house to check out and see what's going on in there. Maybe they left any clues behind. Someone suggested going and checking out the tracks in the field. And I think that was everything. So 4 options. What are we leaning towards?
I think the field tracks is comboed with the Edidon. I had working pastures Mark's footprints marked down for notes for Edidon.
Okay. So kind of like go to Edidon's house and then
also look at the tracks.
Yeah. Okay. What's everybody else feeling?
I mean, I think either way would be good. It is possible that if we went to all of the different places first, then yeah, I forget who said it, but we might get more information in regards to this priestess, or we could do it the other way. I don't know. I think either way is
I like the suggestion about to talk to everybody and see if they do have this deity and the priestess as a common denominator.
Mm-hmm. So that way we have more questions when we go to the priestess.
So we
That's a
can
good
be
point.
better prepped too and know how to talk to her.
Yeah. Chans and Ed, what are you feeling?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling checking in with everybody and getting information about the priestess to see if that is at least something they have in common.
Mm-hmm.
Totally down. Yeah. Wendy makes a good point.
Perfect. Well, then you want to start that sort of questioning of the villagers with Edidon's home?
That's the farmer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had
with
left, or not left, but gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
that's one of the people that went missing. Yeah, he's the like adult son of that lives with his 2 parents.
Okay.
Did Nima go missing at her home? I don't remember that note.
I don't think anyone knows.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Nima went missing under the radar
Okay. Then,
because her husband was with Teflar, so he didn't
See
know
her or
what she
notice
was up to
anything?
at the time. Yeah.
then I say, why don't we go to the next closest place then? We might as well optimize our route.
Yeah. Do you want to ask Hectoral who's the next closest house?
Mm-hmm. He's gone inside and shut the door on you. So.
I'm gonna go back and knock. Excuse me, hello. We forgot to ask a really important question.
What do you want?
Is Edidon close to you? Is he your neighbor?
Yeah, but he's missing.
Right. Well, we just wanted to talk to his folks.
Oh yeah, they're 2 doors down.
Okay. Knock again. To
What?
the left or to the left? I'm so sorry. To the left or to the right? If I'm looking at your house.
North.
She'll turn around to the group. Which way's north?
What's north?
And that's actually Lou will start trotting north.
There you go. There you go.
Lou
The
gives me a
goat
+3 to
knows.
survival checks.
Ah.
The goat knows.
The goat does know. It's
So
my
call
map
back.
goat.
Okay, thank
Goat
you, bye.
Nani?
He's so angry.
Because it takes one of his bigger leaves and folds it into a little origami flower, and then actually takes the flower out, puts it on there, and puts it in front of the door before we leave.
Oh, man, he's gonna step on them. Perfect. So y'all are making your way out around the front of the house again. You're back on the main sort of promenade, and you're heading northernly 2 doors down to Ettendon's family home.
Yes.
Perfect. And yeah, it's just a normal looking village house.
I guess if it doesn't seem like looking around apparent that there's anyone outside, I guess I'll knock on the door.
Okay. When you knock on the door, you hear some bustling inside and some things moving around, and then somebody's like, "No, you get it." I'm working on something. No, you get it. I always get it. And eventually somebody. Oh shit. Okay. Thank you, chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh?
What happened in there?
Don't check the Discord.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Won't
Thank
check
you
it.
so much, chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. It's now my mental canon. And eventually someone comes and opens the door, and it's a male halfling, and he's also in like riding gear, as Brannon was as well, and looks a little frazzled. Looks up at who knocked on the door again?
I did. Grace did.
Okay, looks up at Grace and is like, do you need something?
Oh, right. Well, let's get right to the point. We know that your son is missing and we're here to help. So can you give us some information? Or I assume it's your son. It's not your son. Maybe your son? Would you
No,
just tell me?
Etidon, if that's who you're talking about, is one of our sons.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
One of your sons then. That one. We're here to help. And she
Uh,
gestures to everyone who's here.
Okay,
Six
well,
waves.
we're okay. Well, great. I have no idea who you are. But
Grace. Right.
perfect. Now I know exactly who you are. We're actually on our way to do another survey of the fields. So we don't need your help. We're on the way, and don't worry about it. So
I don't. Grace kind of looks back at the rest of you and then back at him and says, I don't understand. We're doing it anyway. Whether or not you give us any information, we thought you might want some help finding your son.
okay, well, we already have our horses and we're already headed out. And so if we have to wait for you, that's just going to slow us down. So thank you, but no thank you.
But didn't they request that you stay back because you have your horses and your farm and this whole pasture to take care of?
We're not leaving our duties, but if we're going to go out in the fields anyway, you bet we're going to look for clues for our missing son. Who are you?
Right.
I'm Zizix.
I'm Cyrene.
Anyway,
Nice.
thank you, but no thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Well, do you mind if we look around your field or whatever it is, just for some evidence? Because we're not just looking for your son.
Fine. Just don't
Right.
mess with anything.
Oh, we'd never do such a thing.
Closes the door in your face, and you hear like more scrambling, and then if you're still listening, you can hear like the back door open up and slam behind you, and some horses like whinny as they're mounted.
This is quite a friendly town, I think, so far. So,
I don't think they like us very much. We're just trying to help, and they keep yelling at us through the doors.
I don't think
Maybe
it's us specifically. It's just a small town. They're just very
they don't like us
close.
knocking on doors. That's the problem. We're
Maybe.
approaching this whole situation wrong.
maybe you're supposed to like yell at the door or kick it.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything.
No.
Oh,
Don't
Okay,
kick.
that's
no kicking.
wrong approach. Okay.
Worth a
No
shot.
kicking. Oh my goodness.
So this was the location. This was one of the locations where there were prints. Is that right?
I think there was prints in the fields behind, so it wasn't necessarily
Okay.
like anywhere near this house, because like
Oh,
it's basically the village in the center, and then just like acres and acres of open field. But
Okay.
yeah,
Well-
let me double check. But I think, but yeah, Edidin was taken while working in the fields, and he does work in the fields behind his family's home. So.
Alanis, did you want to go to the fields now? Or would you like to circle? Shall we circle around to the other folks first? I think either way works.
I think we shouldn't backtrack. We should probably just do the tracks real quick and then head on over, because I don't think we're gonna come back here. They don't seem to want us here.
Right?
I
Yeah.
don't want to
no,
intrude.
They don't. It's quite rude.
Yeah, I'll also help look.
Okay.
Well, let's do it then.
Awesome. I think before we jump into that, let's adjudicate a couple more things. Thank you, chat, again for further donations. Really, really, really appreciate it. Y'all are doing so much good, and of course making this game a bit more chaotic. And a +10 specifically to the goat.
There you go.
Plus 10 to lose.
That may save the goat's
Yes.
life one
I
day.
know, right? And then a +1 reroll to each player. Everybody mark that down. Thank y'all so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Very much appreciate
That
that.
is amazing.
And I think this is also a perfect moment for us to take our break. And then when we get back, we'll check out the tracks and y'all can do some more interrogating and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, thank y'all so much for all your contributions so far. We're about halfway through the game. Our break's going to be about 5-ish minutes. And then when we get back, we'll jump back into the story. But yeah, y'all are amazing and we'll see you in a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you, Vanna. Guys, I'm just popping in to say quickly before we go to break, there will be a giveaway during the break. Oh my goodness. I like living my disembodied announcer voice life. It's just a lot of fun. But what else is fun is getting potentially a Pathfinder beginner box from our friends at Paizo. Perhaps you would like a free digital STL of your customized miniature from Eldritch Foundry. Or indeed, perhaps you would like some Acquisitions Incorporated company tokens from our friends at Penny Arcade. Or, even better yet, maybe we're tired. Maybe we're just a little tired and we need some Pathfinder-themed Geek Grind coffee. Look in chat very shortly for a giveaway keyword, which is almost certainly goat, but we'll confirm very shortly. All right, guys, I will be in chat for that giveaway, and we'll let these guys get to their break. See you soon. Bye.
Yeah, see you in a second.
Welcome to Jasper's Game Week on Hearthsinger Games. I'm your host, Anne Richmond, aka Hearthsinger, the head bard in charge round these parts, and my Twitch and YouTube channels provide weekly TTRPG content with advice, news, and actual plays. You might also know me from the Lost Mountain Saga podcast, my work with the Glass Cannon Network, or the Starfound podcast. May 8th through 10th, I'm partnering with Paizo and awesome folks from all around the tabletop RPG community to bring you 4 incredible Pathfinder and Starfinder stories each day from noon to 1:30 a.m. Eastern, all in support of an amazing cause. Jasper's Game Day is a 501c3 charity that supports suicide prevention and awareness efforts. And their goal is to invest your donations in services that work to prevent suicide before it happens, rather than simply responding to the devastating aftermath. In the past, they have mobilized donations to support the American Association of Suicidology. They've rescued a teen suicide hotline that was going to have to shut its doors. They've donated to Lighthouse for Veterans and a crisis center with a focus on assisting minorities and girls at risk in the DC area. And starting now, we'll be raising donations for Jasper's Game Day at the address on the screen right here until May 11th. So please give generously if you're able to and help to spread the word. Here on my channel, I will be hosting some amazing storytellers for 3 days straight. You'll enjoy killer combos of all of your favorite players and game masters from actual play podcast and Twitch streams, joined by our auction seat winners who have already supported Jasper's Game Day with thousands of dollars in donations just for the opportunity to join the fray. You'll even find me running and playing a few games myself. So make sure to give me a follow on Twitch to support content like this being made in the future. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can explore the VODs for any games you might have missed during the event. You guys didn't think I was going to send you on a quest without offering you some fat loot in return. Why am I becoming a Skeksis? I've been working my little butt off to make sure that there will be plenty of chances for you out there watching to win giveaways during every show. There will be beginner box giveaways for Starfinder and Pathfinder from Paizo to help you tell your own stories at home. There will be STL vouchers from my friends over at Eldritch Foundry to help you bring your own characters to life as stunning customized miniatures, and Acquisitions Incorporated currency tokens from the awesome folks over at Penny Arcade. So tune in for your chance to win and spread the word. So thank you for joining us for this important and joyful celebration of the good we can do when we play together. Now get out there and live. Baby Bards, I'm Ann Richmond, aka Hearthsinger, the head bard in charge around these here parts, and you've made it. You've made it here to Hearthsinger Games. Here on this channel, I make tabletop RPG-focused videos and product reviews. I give my tips for running and playing games like Dungeons & Dragons and Starfinder, and of course, I tell a few stories from my own adventures at the table. Like You've Been Crying a Lot is definitely the look for Strahd. And if you stick around long enough, you might hear me burst into song. And don't you dare look away, 'cause I need you to know I'm gonna go bag that arc fay. At last can rest his weary bones. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give? Make that you will hear me burst into song. You might also recognize me from over on Twitch, where I embrace the spirit of adventure. Okay. You know who's not gonna go first? The wizard. Oh God! Terror. The little like thing sticking. Oh my God! There's this lucid right there. Oh God! Oh, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Oh God! This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
And aren't you supposed to like?
You know what?
And shit.
Okay, put your little mouth away. Put your little mouth away! Let the existential dread creep in. What can I say? I'm a girl who wants to decorate her fake world because she has nothing else to live for. Did I say that out loud?
Away we go.
And roll some dice in some tabletop RPG actual plays.
Do you want to be defined as just identifying things all the time?
No.
How's it feel? How's it feel?
Bad. You make me feel bad. I feel bad.
I also like stars.
Stars are
Me too, says Amaruk, and she comes over and like this big wolf just shrinks down into the little like hunchy thing, like how we used to talk to kids at Ren Fair. We get down with them. He's like, me too, and it's just the biggest anime grin and sparkle eyes ever. What kind of stars do you like?
Spark twirls the ends of its whiskers.
Yeah.
All of them.
Me too. Oh my God. All in all, I spend my whole life trying to make a boatload of riveting content for you out there, the baby bards. So if any of that sounds up your alley, subscribe to my channel for weekly videos and new adventures beyond every horizon. Welcome to Hearthsinger Games, where I live my quest life.
gosh, Megan.
Like to startle people, you know? When we come back.
Beholder enters the party. That's beautiful. Welcome back, everyone. How was your break? Did you take care of yourselves? Get some water, stretch your bodies, have a little snack. If there's some protein in the snack, that's double good. You gotta get
Protein's
some
good.
protein.
I thought you were asking if we stretched our butts at first, and I was like,
honestly,
definitely.
very important to stretch your butt.
It is.
Glutes,
Very.
especially if like you're sitting a lot. You gotta
Yeah.
get those glutes some movement. You know,
It is. They give me
Blood
all
flow.
kinds of trouble. So
Get
Good
them
for your-
hip
for your
flexors
hips.
going.
Yeah.
Get a
seriously.
full butt
Let's
stretching
all,
regimen.
yeah, let's all do stop and do some Kegels really quick. Okay,
Ed, you're gonna
perfect.
join us, right?
Oh yeah.
I think actually,
Sporting.
even if you don't have a vagina, you can do
Kegels.
you can
Yes,
do
you
Kegels
can.
because it's just like pelvic floor
Pelvic floor,
exercises.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
Kegels.
everyone's invited.
I love
Everyone
that
Stretch your
animation
butts.
you gave us, Nessa.
Tense and let go.
You have to make that noise too.
It helps.
Those are the rules. All right. Welcome back. So good to have you here. I just want to reiterate the donation incentives in case anyone wants to add to the pile of things that is already on the plate here. But you can donate $10 to Jasper's Game Day. You'll get a reroll. You can give it to the table for everyone to pull from. You can give it to a specific player, or you can give it to me. Just make sure you note in your donation message. For $25, you can give a +10 to any player, or the GM, or the pool. And for $50, you can add a moderate difficulty enemy to the game. And for $100, you can add a severe difficulty enemy to the game. So if any of that sounds fun or interesting, go for it. If none of it sounds fun or interesting, but you still want to support a really great cause, go for it. And yeah, just sharing information on Twitter about the event and about the organization is a great, free, and easy way to also support. Host the channel if you have a stream yourself here on the platform. Hi, Firewolf, by the way. Good to see you. But yeah, thank you. Oh, those are my boobs. I didn't need to say that. This isn't my stream. No one could hear that. That was my default Pavlovian response to Microsoft doing something. All right. Oh, congrats, Hubinator, on winning the giveaway. What a legend. And congrats, Firewolf, on winning. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yay.
We're going to get back into it. As we last left our players, they were going to make their way right into the back fields of behind Ettenden's family home to try and see if they could find any clues about where. I don't know, about whatever. I don't know what you're looking for clues for. You know, about who, what, when, where, why.
Scarecrow clues.
You know, just scare clues.
The usual scare clues.
Just some scare clues. So yeah, y'all are there. I do want to check in with Bash. How are you feeling about all of this? What's Bash's emotional response or motivation in this moment?
Yeah, Bash is just really excitable. He just wants to go out there and travel and explore. So wherever the group takes him, he's down to go.
Okay, because I know he mentioned earlier he was like thought maybe it could be scary. So
Yeah,
but he's boosted his confidence with his friends being with him.
definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love him so much. Little gourd baby. Okay. So you do just that. You walk behind the house. As you walk behind the house, you can see there's two horses that you imagine were Intenden's parents riding off as they do their own sort of scour of the fields for clues and leave you in the dust. And yeah, you are back there. What's she gonna do?
I suppose should we all just kind of look around, see what we can find?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look for those tracks.
You
Yeah,
can
let's see if we find
support roles, is that right? And
Is
Path, is that a
this a survival check of sorts, or is it?
It
gonna be
depends
like a
on how you're
investigation?
gonna go about
Well,
looking for clues.
through all the traveling that I've done with Lou, we have seen a lot of different animals, monsters, sizes of humanoids. Like, I feel like we know a lot of different tracks. So if we've seen these tracks, maybe? I don't know.
I will accept a survival.
If I can also roll survival, or if I can't remember, but if I can support it, I'll support your survival. So
you
probably
can
have
do
a
an
better
aid.
survival. Okay,
Sweet.
I'll do an aid.
I have a +8 with the goat.
Yeah, yours is higher. Okay, I got a 12 for support.
I'm also gonna support because Zix is all about travel and because he's smaller and closer to the ground, he's used to following along
That's
tracks
good.
and things like that.
Because I got a 7. So
That's bad.
Use one of your +10.
Well, yes, it's +8, so 15, and then +10 for plus. Do I use the goats or mine this time? Because Lou is helping.
So in an assist, I think this is how it works. Chance, correct me if I'm wrong. But with an assist, the other person rolls, and if they hit the DC, which I've set in my brain, it will give you a +1. If they do a critical save, it'll give you a +2.
Yep.
That's so
Grace
cool.
did not make the DC.
Okay.
So
Grace poured alcohol.
No. Grace is like, what if?
No help.
Hear me out.
Pour one out for editing.
So I would ask the same. If you want your goat to help, I would ask for the same roll from them. So you want them to also roll a survival
because they're
check?
my familiar, and specifically a goat. Like if they were a cat, I'd have +3 to stealth, but because they're a goat, it's a +3 to survival. So that was
I thought you said a +10, and I was like, that sounds absurd.
Well, I did get a +10 specifically for the goat from the donut.
Yes.
Is what I was asking.
Oh, from our donations. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. That'll make sense. Sorry, I didn't.
Okay.
I was like, where's this +10 coming?
Is
paid money for it,
magic.
Dana. Where were you? Okay. Sorry, I was on a different plane of existence.
Okay,
I was
because
in
with the
shadow
+10,
realm.
it's a 25.
Yes, that's a great roll. Some might say. Thank you, chat. Mark it off. Make sure you don't use it again. Sorry, I just went into like a different dimension. That's great. Yeah, you it takes a while. Like it is a big field. Like I was describing at the beginning, it's just like 40-acre patches and then another 40-acre patch. And it's just this like just patchwork as far as you can see until the hills stop, like impede that sort of patterning. So it does take you a while. Even with that good of a roll, like you're all out there and everybody's kind of surveying, and I assume you're trying to kind of stay together, or are people branching off, or
I would be next to Anais and Lou just because I was kind of aiding them, and so helping them kind of narrow down what's around.
Yeah. And I would tell everybody before, if we needed to split, I have a signal whistle which you can hear within a mile. So yeah.
Cool.
So if I need to bring us all together, I can tweet this whistle.
You can tweet it. You just tweet and be like, at the party.
At the party.
At the party.
Grace, her intention was to stay near Anais and help, but instead got distracted and wandered off further away, probably is what happened.
Wait, so is Grace with everyone else or off on her own?
I think she's not far, but I think she's maybe further than is helpful. So maybe a little off on her own.
Right. Okay. So this roll was right to find the tracks, right?
To find and figure out if I recognize them.
Okay.
'Cause I've seen a lot of tracks.
I'll allow that. So you do find the tracks, and they're quite a bit a ways out in the field, and you can almost see the interruption of activity. Like you can see where sort of like a basket that was holding some tools has fallen and sort of spilled out, and like someone just sort of was caught in the middle of whatever they were doing out, whatever sort of work they were doing out in the fields. And then you see the pattern that Brannon described to you. That is sort of like this circular indentation in the ground that kind of hits every 5 feet or so. And it's not like a track that is familiar to you as if it's like an animal, but it's familiar to that description that Brandon gave you.
Okay.
So you recognize it as matching what he offered or proffered you should be on the lookout for.
It's a big stick. Big stick did this, as far as I could tell. I mean, I don't know. It looks weird. This is not an animal.
There's nothing else that's accompanying these circles, right? Like nothing else that seemed vaguely like other footprints. That maybe this is like a staff.
I need a check for that. What kind of check do you want to do?
We can do survival since it'd be looking for more tracks.
Yeah, I love that. 10 out of 10. Big fan.
And that is a modified 20.
What does modified 20 mean?
Not a nat 20,
like
it's
like a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually hear dirty 20.
Oh, I've only known modified 20s.
That's funny. Must be a Pathfinder thing.
Maybe.
Oh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being a jerk. Yes, a modified 20 will get you what you need to know. And I think because like you're so close to the ground, you can really like get in there. And you're also very familiar with nature in general. So sort of like, seeing patterns in nature and identifying the leaves and the earth and things like that. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think you are able to tell a little bit more subtlety than maybe the other members of the group. And what you can see is that, yes, there's a very clear like punch into the dirt. That is this circle that is kind of like implying the stalk of a scarecrow's pole or whatever. But then there's this very faint, like almost whisper of a line around it that kind of comes out in a rectangle around with the circle at the center.
Okay. I go to Anais. I'm like, hey, try to look at this area and tell me if you can see what I'm seeing. And I like try to gesture at the outline without touching it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see with the assist and my previous 25 roll that?
Yeah,
there
I think
is
if Assistix is pointing it out to you very directly, then yeah, you got it.
Well, that's weird. Is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a box? A box with a stick?
Something.
It's just my stick in a box. Got him.
That was the whole setup, the long play.
Yeah, there's actually no resolution to this bounty. The end. I just wanted to make that joke.
I don't know what that is, but that's definitely not natural. It's and I can see it consistently going with the circles as it goes along.
Anybody else know anything of like a box on a stick for a foot? I have no idea how to describe this. There are feet sticks with boxes or
Because
machines?
the stick is like deep in the ground, but the box not so much.
Yeah, are there farm tools that do this?
Would it be possible, I don't know, this might be a reach, but to make it a religion check to see if this could somehow be related to something with this god?
I don't think that check is going to work in this situation.
Okay, I thought it might be a reach, but
No. I appreciate the creativity. I just don't want you to have to roll, and then no matter what you roll, I'm like, I don't know, nothing happens.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's all
I'm
good.
not familiar with recall knowledge in general because I'm not a Pathfinder player usually, but I do have this feat that's built into I think my class, the Traveler background. Recall knowledge, and I'm a treasure trove of information, but not all of it comes from reputable sources. So I can use a recall knowledge check on using any skill, and I can learn a bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous knowledge. Does that apply here?
Yeah, I think you can do that. And what's going to happen is I'm going to give you a truth and a lie. And I'm not going to tell you which is which, but
Okay.
you will have both.
Yeah,
of them
I don't
at
have
your
any way to
disposal.
differentiate which is which. All right. So a D20, and then what am I checking on this one? Is this
it's
a
under
lore?
crafting.
Oh, crafting. Sweet, I have a +6.
Ooh.
And I think you probably still have some plus
'Cause I'm a
10s hanging
witch.
out too.
Yeah. Oh, it's a nat 20!
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a critical success, especially with your +6. So yeah, definitely some extraordinary results. I think with a critical what is it called? I just said it and then I blanked. Critical success. There we go. Got there. We'll just eliminate the lie. I think that's the sort of extra boon that you get is that you're really racking your brain and there's like 2 or 3 things on the top of your head and you're like, and then there's just some sort of like Jimmy Neutron brain spark that goes off and you're like, wait. And what you realize looking at it is that you've never seen anything specifically like this, but kind of what you're thinking about is there are lands where people wear these like wooden sandals that are kind of a similar, almost like rounded off rectangular shape. And then on the bottom, they have like 2 lines. And those go out quite a bit deeper, and whoever's wearing them sort of balances on those and walks on those. And that shape is drawing that sort of correlation to you. And the lines aren't there, but that circle in the middle, you could almost see that acting the same way, where somebody has, instead of those 2 lines of wood on the bottom, has 1 circular wood, and it's just balancing on that as they go.
She's just gonna sit there and then be like, Lou, you got it. It's a shoe. And then they're gonna grab Lou's little hoof and say, you see this? This is a hoof shape. Well, that's a different kind of shoe shape. That's gotta be a shoe. It's gotta be somebody's weird I don't know where it comes from, but it's a shoe I've never seen in person, but I think I've heard about a shoe like this.
How big is the shape of the shoe print?
It's about the size of like an average woman's shoe size.
Oh, and can we tell by looking at these tracks that it's instead of like, because before we were thinking singular pole movement, like jumping, can we see if there's like a definite left, right walking pattern?
I think it doesn't look like that, but it could be because they're deliberately avoiding that. You know, it could be very deliberately putting 1 foot in front of the other so that it looks more like a hop rather than a bit like off stride of each other, so it looks like walking. So it looks just like a straight line to you.
Cyrene, could this be like those long shoes that you see in the circus?
That's exactly what I was thinking, but their balance must be really good. I bet you they're an expert stilt walker. What if we follow the track and we found this person? I can ask them about how to join a circus. This is perfect.
Oh.
They're just
That's
a lost circus performer, and maybe they are gathering the townspeople so they can create their own little entertainment in town.
They're lost. I'm lost. We could be lost together.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, because that's what I do is I bring people together to make a little party and entertainment. So that could be what they're doing.
Should we maybe follow the tracks deeper into the farm?
Well, I think that maybe this is a lovely idea, but I'm afraid what if it's like I don't know, you might know this, Cyrene, but what if it's like an evil circus performer and they're just trying to lead you down there and then they're gonna jump on you when you get there? Like, what if it's that?
Oh no, I don't want to be a part of anything like that.
I don't either. It's just a thought. I'm just trying to throw out the different ideas of what it could be.
No, it's good to take into consideration potential negatives.
Right.
Yeah, I think maybe we shouldn't approach it loudly if we're going to follow it. Maybe we should try to be a little bit more sneaky.
It's quite helpful, yeah.
Yeah.
Healthy.
So, do we want to go to Lyrica and Meridine's home and talk to their brother first? Or do we want to follow the tracks? Or the priestess?
Oh, you know what we could do? You say, Annalise, I might be a shoe. We could check that priestess's feet and see what kind of shoes she wears.
Like they might be a princess that has special shoes or something, right?
Could be, right? Yeah. Let's go around town and check in everyone's feet.
Everyone's feet.
Everyone's feet.
Everyone's
closet. We gotta look at all the shoes.
We need their shoes, not their feet.
I don't know how this turned into I don't know how it got to this.
What happened?
Amazing.
We are.
Off to the priestess.
Okay, that's what's happening. Great.
We're looking for shoes.
Okay, what's actually happening? Because I feel like a lot of ideas were thrown out. So what are we actually going with?
So, do we want to? I think we have a number of things we can do. We can follow the tracks now. We could go to the other house, or we could go speak with a priestess. What do you think is most important in the order?
Bash, what do you think?
Ooh, I think I want to go talk to the priestess. She seems like she might be a little lonely.
Well, that's one way to look at it, yeah.
Yeah. If we approach from concern, that might make her a little more vulnerable to answer us.
Oh, that's a good point. Never thought of it that way. I'd rather just go in and start punching faces, but
I know.
doesn't. Oh yeah.
Grace is just drunk and fighting everyone.
She's so
Oh
aggressive.
my god.
And Zizix is just there for a good time, so I'm helping her out.
Collecting bets, I imagine. Okay,
Actually, yes.
Are we going? Are y'all planning to leave the tracks and go talk to Teflar? Is that what
I'm good
the
with that.
concession is?
Yeah,
I'm
I
okay
think
with it.
so.
Okay.
There's no rain that's gonna wash away the tracks, so.
It suddenly
rain.
starts raining.
Oh, cover it all.
I brought my handy tarp just in case this happened. That sounds good. So y'all head, you turn around, you are quite a bit of ways outside of the village. So it's, again, as it took you time to get out there and find those tracks, it's going to take you time to get back to where you came from. And as you do, everyone sort of feels like the ground shake a little bit, and you almost like no one really says anything. It's like if you're from California, you're kind of always like, was that an earthquake, or like am I having an anxiety attack, or what's going on? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that, where it's like a faint enough tremor that no one even really wants to bring it up. But as you continue walking, it seems to be getting stronger, and you can almost pinpoint an epicenter that is coming up quickly behind you. And when anybody turns around to sort of like figure out what's going on with the shaking of the earth, that's when you see two heads protruding, growing almost from the earth, and they almost have like the shape of like giant hounds, where they have like some sort of bully breed. Like they have like a thick face and a thick neck and jowls, but they're not drooly. They're like covered in, like it's almost like moss is dripping from their mouths and is coating the top of their head and shoulders as they emerge from the earth, and they are going to try and attack you. So let's roll for initiative. Thanks, chat.
Oh, shoot.
Dun, dun. Oh,
Thanks,
chat.
Thanks,
It's
Jack.
you.
Oh
I got a nat 20.
Me too!
my god.
Oh,
I got
God.
two. Sweet. All right.
I got
That's
a
my initiative.
26 total.
Mm. No.
Wait, how do I roll initiative for these creatures?
Oh, that's a good question. I know perception is is your initiative.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right.
Sweet.
Oh. Okay. Anybody else got a score for me?
Yeah, I rolled
19
8.
for Cyrene.
19
is
for
good.
Cyrene.
Mm-hmm.
25 for Anais.
And what'd you say for Bashad?
Sorry, what do you add on for initiative again?
Your perception.
Perception.
Under your
bonus.
offense, if you're on the Pathfinder app, it'll be under.
Sick.
Yeah,
That'll be a 7.
Nuh-uh. How?
I rolled a 1.
Oh no!
I feel like this fits
Oh,
the
you do have a
narrative,
reroll,
though.
Ed. You do have a reroll.
Oh yeah.
Or that
You have
too.
multiple.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We have
I
so
will-
many. Use all of them.
You also have plus 10s, I
Much
think.
better.
Yes.
I'll change that to an 18. That works a
That
lot better.
sounds much better.
Zizek's got a 26.
All right. And is it the same? Do we? Grace and Zizek's got the same score. Oh, but you got a nat 20, right?
I did.
Megan. So we'll have you go first. So
Okay.
you're up. They are
boy.
snarling at you, and you can see like they don't have muscles because they appear to just be like made of some sort of like earthen material. But when you can see almost as their bodies tense, and then like little crumbs of dirt sprinkle off them as they as their bodies bulge out. But it's your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. Grace is gonna kick right into gear and pull her longbow. And I actually think, let's see, I've got point blank shot, which is a feat, which I think in this instance, honestly, you gain a +2. So I just doesn't, I don't have any penalties from using the volley trait. So I think that means that I can use it twice and not take a -5 on the second one, but I'm not positive. But either way, I'm just gonna shoot.
Agree.
Great. I'm gonna shoot 3 times.
You will take a penalty on the third one, though, right?
I think
Okay.
so. It'd be a -10. I think.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So here, and I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot 1 arrow into one head and 2 into the other. Unless it's like the same creature, and I'll just shoot all 3 of them there. Either way.
The same creature. It's 2 separate creatures.
Right. Okay. So
Oh, okay.
1 arrow at one creature, and this one will go to a creature, obviously.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So that total is math 22. 22.
Points of damage?
No, that was my attack.
Oh.
But I mean, if you want it to be.
No, I don't want that. Yes, it hits. Please roll damage.
Yes.
Well, why don't you
Okay.
see if all of them hit, and
Okay.
then we'll roll damage.
Here's the second one on the other guy.
Okay.
I'll just put the next 2 on the other guy. That one's going to be a total of 24. No,
It hits.
Yes. 24.
Whatever the number is, it hits.
Okay, then this one will be -10, so I'm going. So that one's 12. Second one, the last one.
12
was 12.
does not hit. So you hit
Okay.
each of the creatures once. So roll
Okay.
damage for each of those.
Roll damage. Oh, come on! Can I re-roll damage?
Sure, we got a lot of rerolls. I think we just need
Sweet.
to use them on everything.
I'm gonna do that because I
We
rolled a
just-
1 and that makes me sad.
Yes,
so.
yeah, please reroll.
Oh, I rolled a 1 again! Oh, okay.
You have other rerolls, don't you?
Meant to
Yeah,
be.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Do
it.
it, do it.
Here we go.
Thank you,
Okay.
chat. Thank you for
Yes,
your
thank you.
donations to Jasper's
Oh,
Game
God.
Week.
I've been rolling the wrong die this whole time. Dumb, silly Megan. Okay, here we go. So, okay, fine. So that's gonna be a 2 whole damage. Eat that. It's better than 1.
Megan, what is happening?
I don't know. This one's gonna
Wait,
be great.
do you
Here we
have
go.
another reroll? This seems miserable.
I do, but I just rolled this one and it was a 7. So,
Okay, so 2 to the first one, 7 to the second one.
yes.
That was a lot for.
I know.
A
I know.
little,
She's
a
like,
little anticlimactic. Too.
I know. She did it all tough, and then it's like, tink.
Oh my god, that's so funny. And your third one missed. So, it
Okay.
might have critically missed with the -10. What'd you roll for that third one?
I rolled a 13, and then I have a +9, so basically I made it a -1, equaling 12.
Okay, you're okay. Barely. It was almost a critical failure. Okay, perfect. You have no more actions. So, do you want to do any free actions or anything?
I will continue to glare at these monsters.
Ooh, yes, very good. All right, next in the initiative order is Zizix.
Yeah. So how far am I from them?
They cropped up right behind you, so they're probably about 10 feet away.
Okay. Zizix is going to go ahead and step a little closer, and he's going to take a little stance in front of him, and he starts singing a little tune real fast, just a couple seconds, and his hands start to form just a bluish color, and he touches them, and he's going to do chill touch, and that'll be a fortitude save for you.
Okay. And you can just touch one of them, right?
Yeah.
Does a 30 or 28 make it?
It's like a 30. Oh no.
A 28.
I mean,
sorry.
28's not any better. Yeah, you passed
Yeah.
that, I suppose. But I believe that's half damage. And so.
I believe. What's your save? It depends.
Oh, you're right, because if it's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a. Where is my sheet? I wrote that down. 17. Oh, you did critically succeed.
No damage, baby.
Nothing happens. Zizix is sad.
This creature is of the earth and cannot be tainted by the cold. You fool!
Zizix just like looks at his hands and looks at the creature like, what?
Excuse me? This is supposed to work. How many actions was that spell?
That was 2 actions and my
So
move
you
was
got
1.
something. Oh, you moved. Okay. But you didn't do your full movement. You still got 20 feet left? You want it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take 10 or so feet back.
Okay. Is there attack of opportunities in Pathfinder?
Only certain creatures have it in 2e.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, you back up 10 feet, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of back to where you were. So you like, and then jump back. Okay, perfect. GG's. All right, and we've got, next we have Anais.
All right. So clarifying, if as long as it fits within the 3 actions, can I cast more than 1 spell?
Yeah, as long as it fits within 3 actions.
All right. First, what they will do is they will do a shield spell. It's just a quick verbal where they'll just, cast a little shield, a little guidance on themselves with protection.
Okay.
And the next spell that they will cast is
What's the mechanical effect of shield on you?
verbal. It's a plus until durations until the start of my next turn. I raise a magical shield of force. Counts as using the raise a shield action plus 1 to AC.
Okay,
And
perfect.
it doesn't require a hand to use.
Got it. Sick.
And I have a couple effects where, because shields are different here.
Yes.
They have HP. Okay. And then telekinetic projectile will be the second one that they cast.
Okay.
They'll hurl a mind bolt, it sounds, or no, they'll hurl not a mind bolt, a stone. They have little stones in their pouch. So they will hurl a little stone instead of using a sling, and it's a 1 bulk or less at the target spell attack, and then my spell attack to hit will be. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I think you still have some plus 10s. Do you have some plus 10s left?
I have a reroll. I'm just gonna reroll that because it was that bad.
Chad, if you want to keep helping out our players.
Oh, and that was another nat 20.
What's going on tonight?
Is it double damage?
It's a critical success, so you would roll your damage, add your modifier, and then double it.
Okay, so 1d6 plus spellcasting modifier. That is a 3 plus 6 for 9. And then what was the critical effect?
Double that. 18.
Double. So 18. 18 damage.
Beautiful. Are you aiming at the first creature that got hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the jowly beast, right?
There's two twinsies jowly beasts, but
the one
Grace hit one first and the other one second. So
yeah.
Yes, that sounds great. And then is that expend all your actions, or do you have an?
I'm just gonna try and shove Lou behind me. Just waving them behind me.
Lou gets to go on your turn, so they don't have to.
I'm gonna have Lou go behind me. I'm just like, Lou.
Lou, sweet baby, this isn't for you.
Sweet baby.
But yeah, if y'all want to add any more boons for our players or for me to cause torment upon them, you can do that by donating Jasper's Game Day. $10 will get you a reroll. $25 will get you a plus 10. $50 will add another enemy of moderate difficulty, and $100 donation will add a creature of severe difficulties. So I'm not saying this is the exact time to do that, but this is the exact time to do that. Just bringing that up really quick. All right. That is your turn. GG's. We are going to go now to my babies. misses. Oh, yay.
It's not great sounding.
And the one that you hit first, Megan, is going to turn on you.
Oh, good.
And it's going to try and just absolutely gnash down on you with its little teefies. Does a 17 hit?
No, haha!
Well, good thing I have a +10.
Oh no!
Wait, no, I don't.
Yay!
Cat, why? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna re-roll then. I do have a re-roll. It was a natural one. That's not good. Okay.
Oh no, that's
Well, it misses. It misses.
She continues
my
to glare.
God. She continues to glare. Yeah, I think it just misjudges the distance, or like, oh, you know what it is? It's like its like back leg is still kind of one with the earth. So when it goes to lunge with you, it's like stops short, like a freaking Mario chain chomp. And then it's going to be the other one's turn, and it's gonna go for Anais since they smacked their best friend. And that is going to be a filthy 20.
Oh, it hits.
Okay.
It hits.
But you have a +1 to your AC, even with the shield?
Yeah, 16.
Okay. We tried, okay? And I'm going to roll this. 8 points of piercing damage.
Sweet. Got it.
And it's going to use its knockdown effect. So since it hit, it's going to, when it bites down on your arm, it's going to like jerk its head and yank you down to the ground. And now you're prone. Yeah. Oh, hi. And then, yeah, I think they're just going to, ooh, wait, okay. I forgot how this, works. They could be attacking even more.
Oh, wait. It says while this spell is in effect, you can use the shield block reaction. Does that apply here?
I don't know what the shield block reaction is.
Okay, then I will ignore that.
Well, no, let's if that's
Does
going
your
to keep you
shield
from
say
going
any
prone.
sort of like hardness?
Yeah, it has 5 points of hardness. Hardness
So
5.
you would take the damage -5.
Oh, sweet.
nice.
Oh, cool.
I
Really
believe.
good. I'm back over half
That
health
sounds
now.
good to me. That sounds good to me.
Perfect. All right, and my shield spell is trash now. It's gone, I think.
Trash.
Because it's got the 5 hardness, so if the 5 hardness is eaten up.
Right, yeah, it's probably demolished. All right, so I'm just gonna leave them at that. They have more actions, but I'm just gonna leave it. They're just gonna hold their ground. And then it's going to be Bash's turn.
Bash is gonna say, no, and then he'll raise his shield as one, and then he'll use what's it called? Acid splash. He'll open up his mouth and burp out a glob of acid at one of the
My God.
one of the baddies there.
Horrifying.
And let's see, that will be a 12 to hit, which I am assuming will probably not hit.
Do you have any
so I'm gonna use
plus 10s? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. 22.
22 hits.
Okay, cool. And then
Thank you, chat, for doling those out. With
3
your
points of
donations.
damage.
3 points?
Mhm.
To which creature?
Oh,
There's one that's taking a bit more damage than the other, quite a bit more.
Sure, let's do that one.
Okay. All right, and I think that's 2 actions. I think you have another action. Yeah.
Acid splash takes 2, so that's all for me.
Oh, okay. 3 acid damage. Perfect. All right. Yeah, that one's looking a little beat up right now. And then yeah, we've got. Oh, was that everybody?
I
Everybody
haven't
go.
gone yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did that. You should have gone before Bash. I'm sorry, Wendy.
It's totally okay.
But
I got
let's-
distracted by looking at the goat.
Let's get Cyrene in there right now.
How far away am I from these creatures?
10. I almost said 10 minutes. 10
minutes?
feet.
Oh, wow.
10,
Wow.
Wait for me, guys.
10 feet.
Okay. I will drop into crane stance and straight up to one of the creatures and flurry of blows it.
If I correct me if I'm wrong, but both of these creatures are standing next to another PC. Is that correct?
Yeah, one's on you and
Okay,
one's
one's
on
on me.
Anais.
So if you might be able to get
Flanking. Is flanking?
flanking?
a
Yeah,
thing
sorry.
Too.
I know it's so many. I think as long as you're across from
Like
me.
I get advantage.
So if you're behind them
remember.
and Grace is in front of them, then you're flanking.
Yes, you should get a bonus. I think, assuming it would work that way. But
Is it on this cheat sheet, Chance?
I don't remember how flanking works.
flanking. I'll look it up.
I don't think
It
it's on
definitely
the
gives you
sheet.
something.
I get confused because there's
Drops
like with
the
all the
AC
different
by
rules.
2 of the creature. Thank
That's
you
it.
so
Oh,
much,
wow.
Russmore.
Thank you.
Flat-footed. Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
okay.
that's right.
Oh, flat-footed. Okay, yeah. Drops the AC by 2.
Actually,
Yep.
are there creatures, the two creatures next to each other?
They are relatively close together. They're not like sharing
Okay.
the exact same space, but
Okay, got it. Then I was going to split my flurry of blows, but I will not do that. I'll just focus on the one that's more hurt.
okay.
So first strike. Ooh, that's good. 25.
Ooh.
25 to hit? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
And then I'll roll my damage. That's not good.
Use a reroll on the damage, too, if
5.
you want.
I'm gonna save it for in case I get a nat 1. So the first strike, 5 points of damage. Second strike, using my reroll. I'm glad I saved one because that was a nat 1. Okay.
No.
Second strike, so much better. Plus, sorry, math 12. Nope, wait, no, 12 is not the right answer.
Math is so hard. Why do we have to do it?
I don't know. I just flunked it, so.
15.
I went to art school. 15 points of damage?
No, 15 to hit.
Oh.
Second strike.
No.
Ah.
There's no teeth. Ugh. Oh, wait. Down by 2. No, it doesn't hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
And as I miss, I'm gonna follow Grace's lead and free action glare.
Oh my
All
god.
the
The
glares.
double withering stare. How could it be like this?
On either side.
Oh my god.
And I think that's my turn.
Has a break on now?
Yes.
Okay.
It would be just like me to just skip 6 people, even though there's only 5 players. All right, so we're gonna go back to the top to Grace. What's good?
So with this guy standing right here, what I would like to do, and I don't remember all the basics of this, but is either put my bow back or drop it and pull my rapier, and in that same, like as the pull, just try to use that to slice into this guy who's standing right in front of me.
I think if you drop it, let's just have it be a free action.
Okay.
You're not like sheathing it or whatever.
Okay. Then if I drop it and it's not an action, then I will slice and then slice again, taking the negative to. I guess I might as well do it 3 times, so I don't have any intention of going anywhere. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Shall do. Here's the first one, and that is so that should be a 24.
Yes.
Okay, and then the second attack at a -5, it will be plus.
And sorry, quick question. Are you also getting a flank on them even though you're in front of them, or it's only if you're behind?
I think I should be also getting the flank.
Okay.
The flanking.
Yes.
Second attack is 18. 18.
Yes.
And
with the flanking that hits, yeah.
Okay. And the final one is 10.
No.
Okay. So I got 2 of them. So let's see. Here's the first. Don't be a 1. I said, don't be a 1. I'm going to use a reroll because that was a 1.
3 table rerolls too if anybody gets desperate.
Oh, okay. I'm also going to use a different die because that one's giving me trouble. All right.
Actually, there are 5-player rerolls. Thank you, Chad.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, that's it. Okay, 4 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And, much better, kind of. 6 damage on the second.
Describe it.
So as Grace pulls out her rapier, slicing, and hopefully, some blood is just kind of flying this way. And then as she comes back with it, she kind of has this like, and she just slices right through the neck area, hopefully getting a head to just go flying off. So then she can see Cyrene standing right behind it.
And she winks at her, right?
Yeah, I did that wrong way.
Perfect. And yeah, you notice when you slash it and pull your rapier back, where you would normally see a spray of blood, it's just a spray of dirt and earth. And same for when you come back and slice its head off. Like there's no bone inside, there's no blood spraying out. Like it's just as if you had like cut the tree off a trunk kind of thing. And it hits the ground hard. And as soon as it does, like the body and the head just immediately start dematerializing back into the earth.
I look at Cyrene and say, that's not what I expected.
Cyrene's gonna be brushing herself off. Yeah, that was kind of messy.
Sorry for the dirt. I thought it would be blood. I suppose this one's better.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry for the dirt. I thought it would be blood. I thought I'd get blood all over you, like a gentleman.
That's what everyone wants, right?
That's right. That's what Grace wants. So that's what everyone wants. Awesome. Is that your full turn?
Yeah.
Grace?
I don't. I attacked 3 times. So.
Zizix, you're up. There's one creature left standing, and you see a new like pulse of energy and probably some sort of like vague rage go through it as its comrade falls and becomes one with the earth again.
So this is a question for you. Zizix has a kazoo that hangs on a necklace around his neck. If he was to grab it and use it, would that be an action?
No, that sounds silly.
Okay, just making sure. So Zizix still very questionable about like what happened last round. Like, why did that not work? I'm very upset about this. It always works. So he grabs his kazoo and he looks directly at the other creature. And he, with all of the fury his little body can muster, he blows as hard as he can into the kazoo. And out of the kazoo comes magic missile.
Oh my god, I shoot magic missile into the darkness. Okay, is that a hit or a save or what do we do?
It is an automatic hit of 11 points.
Okay, bitch. All right, that hits. And I think when you, it's sort of like an energy blast, right? So it goes like right through the shoulder of the creature, and you see like just a shot of dirt spray out from behind it, and it makes this sort of like almost like if someone were like drowning in dirt, this kind of like dry gargle as it makes contact with them. Do you have any actions left?
Nope, all 3 missiles are in action.
Okay, magic missile goes hard. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that is your turn, and then we are on to Anais. I don't know why I have to say that like it every time, but I won't stop.
That's fine with me. That's
Great.
fine with me. So how hurt is it looking? Is it looking fine? Is it looking miffed?
It's fine, but it's not good. It has a hole in it now, and its friend just died. So you know, how would you feel?
That's true. Pretty pissed. Well, let's see. Gonna play it a little safe. Gonna use 1 action to stand, and then 2 of my 3 to cast Mage Armor.
Love it.
So again, after they stand, they're gonna brush themselves off, and as they brush themselves off, they're going to, in their, I can't remember the fetchling language, but in that language, they're gonna cast Mage Armor, and a ward of shimmering magical energy is going to just kind of coat them now. And I now get a +1 to AC and a maximum dexterity modifier of +5.
Love it.
Which I believe applies to my AC. I'm not sure, but I cast that.
Perfect. It is what's the duration?
Till tomorrow's preparations of spells.
Oh,
I think
that is
let me
boss.
Let me reread that. Duration until the next time you make your daily preparations.
Wow, I love that. Very cool. All right, that's your turn though, right?
Yes.
All right, so we are on to my babies. Oh no, wait. Yes, yeah,
Yes.
my babies. All right, so you just killed their companion, so I think they're gonna go for you, Grace. They're kind of take the place of the fallen one, and take a little muncheroo at you.
Ooh.
Does a 16 hit?
No! Haha!
Great. I'll use my plus 10. Thanks, chat.
Oh no.
Does 25 hit?
That does it, yes.
Okay. All right, it's going to champ its jaws on you.
Ugh.
13 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Owie,
Oh
owie,
my
owie, owie. Thank you again, chat, for unlocking these moderate difficulty creatures for our cast here with your donations. And it's going to also do knockdown again, and as it did, this is the same one actually that did it to Anais. It's going to drag you to the ground with its earthen jowls.
No.
I love that description.
Yeah, right? Visceral. And then it's going to, you watch it as it sort of combines with the earth in like a very similar way as its companion that fell did. But it feels more intentional, right? It's not like it's falling apart. It's like it's pushing itself into the earth, and its head goes completely under and you lose sight of it. And that's its turn. And then it's Cyrene.
Oh my god, where did it go? And I will. Did it leave like a hole in the ground?
Nope.
It just poofed.
It's gone.
I'm gonna go over to the spot where it was vacant. I'm gonna take my foot and just stomp on the ground
Okay, what's your goal?
to see if I can just, assuming that it's shrink. She's really unsure about this creature. Actually, can I actually instead? I take that back. I'm sorry. Do a knowledge check or like a nature check on these creatures, if maybe we've seen them before or whatever.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, I said nature. So I don't think there's so much. So 18.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think probably in your travels you've heard like tale of these creatures. And they are hound-like creatures that come from the earth elemental plane. And they don't typically come around this way unless there's like a deep concentration of something in an area that is very like the not environment, but I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like the environment is very focused on like on earth. And you know that they can burrow, and they can typically go, relatively far once they have done that, and it's difficult to like tell when and where they're going to pop up again.
I'll relate that to the party and kind of look around one more time for any sort of like loose dirt, moving dirt anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might be my turn.
Yeah, if you want to do like a perception to see if you can
I will
feel or see anything.
Also 18.
Okay, yeah, I think with an 18, like, I think what happened is they didn't really go deep enough. So it's kind of like that Bugs Bunny effect where he's going along under the ground, right? And there's just a little, almost indiscernible hump on the top of where it's headed. And it's actually gone 20 feet behind Grace.
And I'll say, behind you! And
you take my... Sorry, where Grace is probably about 15 feet back because it was 5 feet in front. So it's moved 20 feet, but it's 15 feet behind Grace.
I will say behind you, and I'll use my last action, my movement, to get up to the little dirt hump.
Okay, so you're just on top of it?
Like next to it.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. They went... All right, Bash, what you got?
Bash shouts, "Oh no, ouchies!" And he'll cast
so cute.
He'll cast Goodberry, and he'll pull out a berry, and this warm, glowing energy just surrounds it, and he hands it to Anais.
Oh, thank you.
And then he'll also cower behind a shield.
Okay, do you want to take a hide action?
No, I'm just raising my shield.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. All right, is that your twin?
That's it.
All right, we're back to the top. Grace, you've been alerted by Cyrene where this creature might currently be. So,
Oh boy. Okay.
She's
Well.
standing over it like this. That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Like, there he is.
Well, I will take an action to stand up and say, ouch. And then, let's see, you said it was about 15 feet away from me, and my pace is, where are you pace? I think I've got it at 25, so I should be able to walk over there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to walk over there, and I want to take my rapier and just stab directly into the ground.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll say, since it's obviously not very deep, that you can do that without a disadvantage or anything.
Okay. Sweet. Come on. Oh, come on. That's you know what? I'm going to use my plus 10 to make this. So I rolled a 7. That's plus 10, which is 17 plus 9 is 26. Yes.
Ooh, almost so close to being a critical success, but it does hit.
Okay, sweet. Yay! Now for the oh my god, I rolled ones every every time.
That one in jail.
Do you have more rerolls?
I don't. Could I use one of the
There's 5 table ones, and we got a half an hour left, so I say go for it.
Sweet. I'm gonna do it. Give me more than one. Oh my god. It gave me a 1. So I've got
reroll. Reroll.
You got 5. You want to reroll?
Do it.
Yeah, I'll do it if that's okay with everybody.
Do it.
Come on. Give me something better. Yes, that's a 6. So that's
yes.
total.
How
6
much?
rerolls.
8 total damage.
8 total. Perfect.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Grace gets very excited.
Yes.
She stabbed so good.
And that's all your actions, right?
Yes, that will be all my actions.
All right, then we are on to Zizix.
Okay, so you said they were 15 feet behind Grace.
Grace and Cyrene are now basically on top of it.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to go ahead and try to hit it with Daze, and that is a will save.
All right. Oops. 10?
No, that is a fail.
Okay, I have a reroll. Well, shit. No, I don't want to use it. Go ahead. Yeah. I don't want to use it yet. The game's not over. What happens?
It's just going to be mental damage that's equal to my spellcasting modifier. So that'll be a 4.
Okay, yeah. Shoot. All right. Anything else with your turn?
Yeah, Zizek's gonna cast... Wait, can I cast this on someone else? Hold on.
Oh my god. Mocho's got Kita's kazoo emote in the chat for Zizix. I love it.
Oh,
and sorry, everybody else, everybody gets another... Oh, there's 2 more table rerolls. So we're back up to 5 with table rerolls.
Zizix is just gonna move about 10 feet. So, like, right behind Grace.
Okay.
But off to the side. So that way, if I do something next turn, I don't hit Grace.
Oh, okay. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
All right. And then that's your turn.
Yes.
All right. Ah, nice.
All right. Well, they're pretty ready to help this thing get taken down. So we'll do a telekinetic. Wait, it's still underground.
Mm-hmm. But
can I hold action till it pops back out of the ground?
Yeah, I think you can do that, but based on like the mound you can see, based on like Cyrene and Grace like pointed at it, and you can see like the point, like you know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you like a penalty for that.
Okay.
So
and then
you can definitely hold it if you'd rather it be like full.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I want to hold hold action for the projectile, but for the good berry, is that an action to take it and eat it?
I don't want that for you.
Okay, well, how much do I add from the good berry is another thing. I need
Bash through it in your mouth.
Okay. Oh, just I'm open.
Open your mouth.
It's a 1d6 plus 4.
1d6 plus 4?
That's good.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I rolled a 1-5, so I'm almost at full health. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh no, I
Anything
am at full
else?
health with that.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Teamwork,
Yeah,
we
hold
love to see
action,
it.
and that's it.
Okay, hold action. That's it. Because that's like a 2-action move. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So you're holding that, and then it is Cyrene's turn.
Has the dirt monster reappeared?
No, because it hasn't been its turn, but it definitely
Isn't
like.
I thought they came before me.
I thought they went after me.
I've just done the initiative wrong every single turn, and I'm doing it right for the first time right now. So
Oh,
whatever you've established in your canon is false.
great. I'm going to stand over the dirt mount and I'm going to hold my flurry of blows when the creature comes out.
Oh my god, they're gonna
man.
pop up and it's gonna be freaking
There's dirt everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
is.
god, I'm so excited. All right, anything else with your turn?
I think that's it. No, that's good.
Okay. And just because I think this could be escalated quicker, Bash, let's go have you go. If you need to add to this like pummel fest when it pops up, like now's a good time.
Bash is probably gonna say sharing is caring, and then run over to Grace, and then also give her a good berry.
Oh, yes, thank you. Perfect. Okay, Bash is not lending to the violence. So, all right, and then it is the creature's turn, and you do see the earth like rumble and shake and kind of fall away as the mossy top of the creature pops up from its hiding place. And when that happens, we have Anais's attack go off first.
All right. I will hurl another stone while basically in shadow common, I think is what it's called, say maximum penetration for
Why would you
this
say
little
that?
stone.
Why would you do
for
that?
this little stone. And this telekinetic projectile is going to just as much as it can try to like go right through it. I think it's, let's see, to hit first with a +6. I will use one of my rerolls for that. It's my... Oh, I have one more after that, I think.
There's also 5 table rerolls. Thank you, chat, for the donos.
That is... worse?
Oh.
I'm gonna use my third one.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. 16 to hit.
Mm-mm.
No! No!
Oh.
There's 5 more table rerolls, though.
Okay, one more. No, it's not going through. It's not going through.
It's just not... Sometimes it's not meant to be, you know?
Nope, not meant to be.
That sucks. Well... I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I really want to blow this little buddy up. Okay. Well, wait. Would it be flanking?
I mean,
Because
Flurry of blows.
Grace is on the other side.
if I am, then
Okay, I think it's flanking, and I think you hit.
Okay. Woo! All right. 1d6 plus my modifier, which is 6. That'll be 7 damage.
Dang! Okay. I see you. All right. It is looking, how you say, a messed up.
Punch it.
And it's not your turn, but another action has been prepared. Cyrene, let it loose.
I'm gonna yell a free action. Lou, I'll protect you, and flurry of blows this thing. First strike 21.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
So much love.
Roll damage for that. 11 points of damage.
Describe it.
As it comes out of the dirt, I'm gonna go pop right against its head, and my second fist goes through, and it just kind of punches through the head, and as dirt falls to the ground. Actually, if Grace is behind, I'm gonna kind of replay the flavor back. And as I push through, I'm gonna have a little dirt land on her as well.
Sorry.
deserves that. Yeah.
Turnabout is fair play. I love that, and yeah, as it falls, just like the first one, it just sort of dissolves and falls apart and becomes one with the earth again, and you feel like you have overcome another obstacle in your journey. GG's, everyone. That was some
Zizix
awesome
takes
teamwork.
out his little notebook and writes down notes about this.
And thank you,
Is
chat.
this a
for-
sign we're on the right path?
Right?
It's a sign that Chad has been very generous
Chad.
for his game day donations. All right, so you are free from the battle, and you are welcome to take your next step. What is it?
Can I kind of sift through the dirt?
You could siffle, go.
I can-
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little siffle through the dirt and see if they were wearing any type of like the square shoes.
Ah.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. You find nothing left behind. Like they were literally made of earth and didn't have anything else going on.
Oh, and now
They're
since
just
group,
like
no
yeah.
shoes.
There's elemental creatures, which I think you rolled for earlier, right? So
Do we know if they have any connection again with the priestess or this particular god? Anyone know?
Would it be a nature or religion check to see if there's a connection between these creatures and Zonkuthon?
and let you pick.
I'll go ahead and roll nature.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you know it's more to do with the land and the environment than it has to do with any of the religion in the area.
Okay. Yeah, I relayed that to the team. It's like, it seems like it's just part of the earth. Nothing specific to Zonkuthon.
The earth is a scary place then.
True.
As someone made of leaves, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I walk over to the little dirt pile and I try to find a little pebble, and then I'm going to stick it in my leaves.
Perfect.
Well, should we, I guess, continue on and be more wary of where we step?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I think we should go to the priestess.
All right. I think that sounds like a good plan.
Cyrene's gonna grab a small fist full of dirt and she's gonna take it with her when they go talk to Teflar. Just in her hand.
Good.
I have your dirt.
Great. I imagine this will go.
Boy,
well.
do I have some dirt for you.
I love
Literally.
it. Literally. All right, y'all make it the Shrine of the Midnight Lord is actually a little bit outside of town, so it's kind of got like its own adjudicated area. So you can walk up to that, and you definitely see like a tall woman in decorative robes and her like hair pinned up like very like when you see like a top knot that's so tight, you're like, that's definitely like providing some sort of like facelift scenario. That's what you see when you look at her, and she also has like a not a crown, but like a little headpiece that looks like linked chains that is made of a very dark metal.
I'll step in the back for this one. I'm afraid I'll say the wrong thing.
We don't want to knock on the door.
Right? Yeah. No kicking.
So the
I
shrine
don't know
is
if you'll
up in, the
yell
shrine
the door.
is out in the open, so you just see her.
Oh,
as
no
you
doors,
walk up to
great.
it.
Don't kick her either. Probably. Well, actually, that could be a thing that would be like a hello. You know, just don't listen
Grace?
to me.
Grace, I
Yes.
think this might actually be the opportunity for you to approach because she hasn't lost anybody.
Oh, all right.
Well-
I'll do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think she'll be, or at least I hope she won't be as aggressive. I don't know her, so I can't speak for her personality, but she hasn't lost someone, so she's not grieving as far as we know. Maybe.
True. Yeah, Grace will just march directly up to her then, and say, "Hi, we are here to figure out what I don't know what this accent is. I'm doing."
She
great long
interrupts you
distance.
and is like, "Have you come to pay respects to Zonkuthon?"
That is a great question. Actually, what we're here for, let me just start with this, and then we can get back to that answer maybe, as we're here to look for the folks who've gone missing. And we heard that you were quite worried about them, so we thought maybe you'd have some sort of information. Maybe we start with that first and the rest of it later.
Of course, but I will just mention that it would be quite against your interest to leave the shrine without paying tribute.
Oh, okay. Great to know. What sort of tribute does Zonkuthon require?
You must flail yourself.
Great. Let's discuss that one a bit. I already don't feel quite good. Just had to fight some sort of earth creature. And so, it could be uncomfortable for everyone, including Zonkuthon, if I did that now. So.
Discomfort is what brings us closer to enlightenment.
Right. Oh, let me put it this way. I love pain. So, it's not going to work.
Good. Well, nothing wrong with that.
Right, yeah.
But, and she looks kind of behind you and is like, are these people with you?
Yes, they are. I don't know, can't speak for them on whether or not they want to flail themselves, but yes, they might have some better information to ask from you than even I.
Well, I just want to reiterate that if they are here, they're expected to pay tribute before they leave.
Great, yeah, good to know. And what happens if you don't? Like, you forget, you leave, and you're like, oopsie, you forgot to pay tribute. Is that, what sort of thing should we expect? Were that to happen?
You don't forget.
Oh, right, yeah, of course not. Who would ever forget such a thing?
But yes, as far as what I know that several people in our community have gone missing, and it's quite unfortunate. And I've been searching everywhere for them, and I've found not very much to go off of.
What sort of shoes do you wear?
She looks down, and she's wearing sandals, like ropey, tight sandals.
I like shoes. I thought we'd find out.
I'm failing to understand your line of questioning.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. Well, really, we're just trying to find whatever kind of information we can to help you in your search. And the shoes seemed specific about these parts, so we thought we'd find out what different kind of shoes people wore.
Have you been hired, or where are you coming from?
Well, I personally am from Vana myself, but we're here just to see the things that you have to offer. And we heard that there were some people missing. I have a brother missing myself, so we thought we might as well help out.
Do you have any idea or any guesses as to what might have come and taken these people?
I do have a theory. She'll eye Zizix up and down, then look back to Grace. I had an acolyte named Karida, young thing, but her faith was lacking and wavering. And as I think I've made clear, that's not something we stand by here. So I sent her away. But I wonder if she's come back seeking vengeance and trying to take it out on me by punishing the people of this village.
How would she go about that, you think?
I think just stealing them. She's young, but she's smart.
Does she steal people? Because there's no drag marks or anything, so...
Does she have a peg leg? Maybe that's also...
She does not have a peg leg.
Does she wear square shoes?
What is it with you people and shoes?
Does she or doesn't she?
No, she wears normal
Can I rephrase this another way? Where did you send her off to, Karita? You sent her away. Away where? Somewhere else?
I don't care where she goes,
Oh.
but with faith lacking like that, there really is no place for her in Idol.
So, okay.
But do you have any idea what she would do to convince these people to leave?
Lies, slander, manipulation. I'm sure the possibilities are Endless.
Does she do magic?
Magic. Maybe she has a bit of inclination towards it, but nothing special.
If Karita were to have returned to town, where would she like to hide or hang out?
I don't know of anywhere on the outskirts.
I don't know where she would turn. If you are not willing to subjugate yourself to Zonkuthon, you truly do not have a place here.
I have some dirt to offer.
You hold out the dirt.
That's painful dirt.
It costs us a lot of pain to get this.
It also probably suffered some pain.
There's pain imbued, and I'll do a hand flourish in these dirt. Here.
I felt that over here.
The pain. Say ow, ow. Act like you're in pain.
Ow!
Pain.
That's hurt, Cyrene.
Fine, you can put it in the offering bowl.
I'll put it in the offering bowl.
Anything else?
I think we'll just go follow the trail.
There's a trail.
Everybody's talked about it.
Where's this trail?
In the farm?
Well, that kind of covers a wide swath.
He
Uh,
was
It was-
abducted.
Editon's
Exactly.
farm?
All right, yeah.
The herders.
I
Right.
guess. We didn't learn about what they do. They had
Okay.
horses.
Well, again, a wide swath. Interesting. Well, yes, I encourage you to take such a path. And if you come into contact with Karita, I beseech you to take her down.
You sure it's her? Or you just think it's her?
Trust me, I spent enough time with that young woman to know what she's capable of.
Well,
If we encounter her, do you want us to bring her back here so you can deal with her, or
That's unnecessary.
oh,
All right.
well, it looks like it's time for us to head back that way. So, Grace is just kind of walking backwards. Great to meet ya.
The Cat o' Nine Tails will be here when you're ready.
Great. We will be right back for that, indeed. But wait, it's important that we find these people as fast as possible. You get it. So,
enjoy the dirt.
Zizix like pulls a leaf off of him and acts like it hurts, and then puts it in the thing. And then, but it doesn't actually hurt him. He just acts that way.
Bash and Anais, do you offer anything up?
Yeah, Ananice will actually pull off her boots and then take the boots from her bag and put her new boots on, and then set her old boots, which actually are kind of like peeling away from the sole a little, into it. Because there's nothing like the pain of, like, you know, traveling on your feet all day,
Right.
blisters and all.
Yeah. Bash,
That's just gonna pass. That's a hard pass.
she'll give you some hard eyes as you exit. And y'all are on your way back to the field.
Zizix is gonna pull a leaf off and like sneak it over to Bash.
Oh, thank you. It's in the offering bowl.
That's beautiful. Perfect. And I put a message in the Discord, but I don't know if you've seen it. We're obviously going a little bit over, so I don't know if we need to just end here or if we can go a wee bit longer. Is everybody okay going a wee bit longer, or we need to jump out?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. Okay, then let me put a button on it and then we'll do it. So you do follow the tracks, and they lead you through the pastures and that go on and on forever. And when you finally get there, the sun is setting behind these hills, and you climb up over this small ridge in the hills. And when you all get up on it, there is this figure, this humanoid figure that has this very here, I'll bring up the roll 20 just for flavor.
Oh.
All right. And y'all see over here, kind of near the opening, you make it up over those. I'm going to move y'all right here. Make it up over those ridges. And you see this figure in front of you. And it has this terrifying like face of a scarecrow that's made out of like straw and hay hanging down and like roped around its neck and then coming out in a sort of like makeshift collar. But you see that under it, it's just like a normal human. Like it's the petite body of like a young woman. But she is like standing and bracing herself in front of all of you. And behind her, you see a number of people who look terrified that you're there. And they are, they're shivering and they're huddled together. And as you approach, they move themselves behind the rocks to try and take cover from your gaze. And the scarecrow speaks with a young and feminine voice, and it says, "You are not going to take these people from me."
Their family misses them. And I look to the group, they don't look like they want to be here.
If anybody wants to do like not a perception, but like a sense motive, or do a sense motive on the scarecrow, or what could get you a read on the people?
You do a sense motive.
Yeah, could do. Is that just a perception?
Maybe it's
I
just
could do that.
Perception, yeah, on the people to see what they're.
Okay. Whew. I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, with an 18, did you want to roll anything, Wendy?
I think her 18 is good enough. If not,
Okay,
then I'll
cool.
roll.
I just didn't want to cut you off. Yeah, I think with an 18, you look past this person in a scarecrow mask, and you see that they are scared and they are recoiling back, but they're not doing it from her. They're doing it from you. They're having a visceral response to your sudden presence. And the scarecrow has come forward to protect them.
Wait, is that they seem to be scared of us? What is that you seem to be protecting them from? We are here to help.
Well, you're dream hunters, aren't you?
We're what? What are dream hunters?
The scarecrow will like whip their head around, and everyone behind them will shake their head, and they'll turn back, and then she'll be like, dream hunters, people that follow the dreamers, the followers of Desna.
Desna?
No.
We're not that.
No.
She'll relax her stance a little bit and be like, you're not dream hunters.
No.
Are you, is it Karita?
Yeah. She kind of flinches at that, and then she says, yes, how did you know that?
We just spoke with your former priestess, and
She flinches at that too.
did you leave Zonkuthon for Desna?
She takes a deep sigh and then says, we all did. And then looks back at the people behind her.
Oh. Well,
Please do not tell Teflar we're here. I'm trying to get these people to safety.
What are we going to tell your families?
We're coming back to get them in time.
So you're trying to get everybody out of town?
Not everybody here is a follower of Desna. That's why this has to be such a delicate operation. Any wrong move and we all go down.
Well, I don't have any, I don't want to get involved with something such as that. I mean, it sounds like you're trying to do something good here, actually. I have no intention of going back and telling the priestess about that.
Yeah.
Personally, at least.
Thank you.
You
I
might
think
be
you're
careful about your tracks, though.
What tracks?
The square shoes.
It was supposed to look like, a scarecrow pole.
I mean, it looked like it a lot. We just looked at it really closely.
Yeah.
I think you might be a bit more observant than the people of this village, but...
Yeah, but Teflar's now aware of the tracks, though.
You told her?
Yeah.
Before we knew about this.
Well, we just thought that the families were hurt.
You can hear the people in the background start, tittering in conversation and concern. She looks back and she's like, that means we have to move now. We're going to go. Please don't tell anyone you saw us. Please.
No, I'm gonna try to cover up the tracks as we go back.
That would mean so much to us.
Of course.
Thank you.
You're the first nice person we've met in this whole town.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
It's kind of
We're
the
not getting
pattern
screamed at.
Right.
kind of the pattern with Nidal, so
Yeah.
brace yourselves if you're sticking around this region.
No, probably
I
not.
think maybe we're ready to go.
I think
Yeah.
we'll throw them off your trail as best we can, and then we will move on as well.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
going to lean over to Zizix and whisper in his ear and ask him to play the song
Yes.
from the beginning as they depart.
Yep. So,
oh my god, I just got goosebumps.
yeah, Zizix walks over to Nima and just kind of like pats her hand and says, "This is from your husband." And then I step away and I start playing the music for just like a couple, maybe a minute at most. That way they can start going. But I keep playing it as we walk away.
Yeah. And this is Nima here, and you mention her husband, and this look on her face is such a mixed bag of like pain of leaving him, pain of their differences, pain for their parting and the choices they have to make. And hearing your song, she just starts weeping. But then Karita walks back and grabs her hand and squeezes it, and she thanks you again, and then they all walk into this back tunnel that perks down, and they disappear from sight. And that is where we're gonna end our game today. Wow, thank y'all so much. That was so fun.
Thank you.
Good.
So fun.
Thank you.
Goosey bumpies.
Guys, that was so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your creativity and your story, and just your willingness to help those who need it most. Really an incredible time. I think all of chat was bumping this entire adventure, which is always so fun. Welcome, guys, and stick around because shameless plug, there's another game coming up. In less than half an hour, I will be returning. If you like Pathfinder, what if it was in space? That's my big selling point. I will be back with Adam Kelly, Irene Campos, and Michelle Nguyen. And we will be playing some Starfinder for your viewing pleasure and continuing the march to $5,000 raised. And we just passed for the entire week, combined with everything that came before us, $90,000 raised.
What the heck?
That's amazing!
The last donation that was made by The Baker is Coming for You took us over $90,000 raised.
Thank y'all
that's
so
amazing.
much. Goodness.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. This was a total blast. And yeah, we'll be right back.
Bye. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.